Hello and welcome to Dirge for Exalar, our homebrew horror nightmare scenario that follows a group of plucky adventurers as they travel across the plague-ridden lands of Exalar looking for a cure to their distinct maladies. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, are you seeing him? And I am excited to be here tonight because this is one of those games where I get to be really mean. And boy, am I going to. Who am I going to be mean to? Well, why don't we meet them right now. James!
Why, hello there. I'm James. I use he/him pronouns, and today I am playing the wildfire druid of the Furbolg variety, named Eodin.
Which is way better than the kobold variety. They don't last nearly as long.
Oh yeah, they're just like little matchsticks.
They burn out quick. All right, so hello, Kel.
Hello, it's Kel from up the road, and I use she/her pronouns. I'm playing Sherry Fernbridge here tonight, and yeah, let's get wrecked.
Let's get wrecked. All right.
Let's get wrecked.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Nah.
All right, down to Kat Katovich.
Hey everyone, my name's Katrina and I use she/her pronouns, as does my character tonight, Muse, who is our Owusi Tabaxi. She is our warlock Hexblade.
Nice. Hello, Robin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. I use she/her pronouns, or she/her or they/them pronouns. I'm tired. And tonight I'm playing Therena Somni.
You have some trouble with that. What's going on?
This is nothing. We didn't level. We didn't sleep. I'm not waking up potentially different. Potentially. But yes, I am the Dreamborn Cleric of Zonos, and I'm excited for game.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Trizilta.
Hello, my name's Traz. I use he/him pronouns, as is my character, Zielvano, the Psy Warrior who's slowly losing what's left of his mind?
He's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
Fine.
All right. So, folks, if you are tuning in for the first time, this is episode 6 of 8, probably. And we'll see whether or not I can actually plot a coherent story and execute it inside of the right time. I think I'll just manage it. But tonight's going to be pretty balls to the wall, so we're going to have a very, very short talk to the chat after the intermission, so probably like 5-10 minutes max. And then we're just going to go hop right back into game and keep going on. I'm hoping that y'all are going to have a good night tonight. Quick reminder that you all hit level 6 last episode, and that you not all rested. In fact, I think the only one of you that I know did was Theron. Theron?
Theron.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay. Besides that, I have a list of all of your maladies here, which is fantastic. I like that I have the stages listed, and one of the stages is just dead.
Oh.
I haven't filled out the others on the main stage chart. I know what they are from a different page, but on this page it's just dead.
That's the option.
I mean,
Blank,
Mr.
dead.
Yeah.
all right, and then I just gotta find one. Oh, that's on. Wow, I was really smart.
Roll
I have
good dice.
2 sheets for episode 6. All right. So
Extra plotted.
Yeah, extra.
It's-
Double hurt.
Double the
it
plot,
looks like
double
I
fun.
independently wrote the sheets, though, because 2 of them have different. It's a thing. Anyway, it's just one of those like, wait, it has the exact formatting from my music selection. I mean, all right, whatever. All right, so
Drink
folks,
matches Robin's hair.
what does?
My drink matches Robin's
Oh,
hair.
it does.
Wow.
All right, so folks, we're going to hop into game right now. I hope that you are enjoying this campaign. Big shout out to my my divine producer, former divine producer, now demonic producer, Saul Oman, who is the one who pitched one of the primary antagonists for this campaign. So cheers to you, buddy. She came up with something super creepy, and don't worry, she is going to be enjoying it pretty shortly, but that will be a surprise. Okay. And without that, any last words from those who are about to play?
We salute the
No.
rest of you.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to heat something up. Does anybody have any special announcements before we begin? So I have one if no one else does.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I am really excited to say that if you are a member of the Patreon right now, you are getting advanced access to see what our characters are for the new campaign that's coming up, the Call of the Netherdeep. It is releasing with all of the art from our friend Ylos, as well as character stuff over the next couple of days. Every morning you will be greeted to a new character introduction over on the Patreon, and it's for all levels. It's not tiered or anything, so as long as you're on the Patreon, you get to see it. Also, I'm really, really excited because my most recent book is basically done. The fiction is done. It is all submitted. It's in God and the editor's hands now. Which basically, when it comes to a book, is the same thing. So I'm very excited that that is over with, which is, feels good. Feels good. Also, if you're a Patreon supporter, you're going to be getting rules soon, such as the alternate rules if you wanted to play Unuwuxi, Uwushi, or whatever you pronounce it as, Tabaxi, as well as Dreamborn, which is going to have an expanded waking life chart in it. Yeah, I'll send you the updates to you, Robin, when I get them.
Expanded.
There are also going to be additional domains that are going to be coming up soon, as well as additional patrons, because it never quite set with me what one of my warlocks has chosen for their patron. So I'm helping her redesign her patron from the ground up to be more fitting, to let, just for the goddess within.
Oh.
All right, so without further ado, I think it is time that we get ready for some trouble and make it double. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Last time on Dirge for Exalar, you all traveled, not by choice, along with the Inquisitors and the guard that attacked the village of Servants Hollow and cleared out that strange cult that had formed there. That flesh cult to that strange cyclopean being. While being transported back to Espoir in a prison convoy, a detour in the road forced you to make a trip through the town of Berle. Now, Berle had obviously once been a handsome town, but over the past decade, it had fallen to ruin. It had become a ghost town, a shell of what it had once been. And as you were traveling through it, you discovered why. Strange creatures assailed you from the darkness, forcing you to take refuge throughout the night as you lost your horses, your cart, and very nearly your lives. After a pitched battle, you were able to hole up in an old bakery. And there, you waited out the night. However, the night was not kind to you. As you huddled up inside of that magical shelter that your wizard had conjured up, strange creatures, tremendous wolf beasts called loup-garous, wandered around the bakery, huffing their steaming breath against the invisible barrier, the only thing that separated you from certain death. You were accompanied inside of there by, of course, Flynn, who has your friend from the from Highgarden, who is now just a preserved head, as well as the 3 Inquisitors, which I will rename for you right now in case you lost your notes from before. The 3 Inquisitors that you are traveling with are Marionis Calvo, who is, you are pretty sure, a human. He wears a Bauta mask full-time underneath his cowl and hat. One of those very large lantern-jawed Venetian masks. Ignatius Dargov, you're thinking half-orc based on the coloration of his skin. He's the only one who you can see much of at all, for he wears a Columbina mask, kind of like an extra-wide domino mask with frills coming out the side. His skin is gray and green, and his mouth is besought with these tremendous tusks, slightly larger than most orcs, but it's what you think of. He is a massive brute. And then Alcina Aktari, some form of elf. Her ear's not quite long enough for a full elf. You think maybe a half elf. Her pigmentation is dusty and gray. Those of you who have ever encountered the drow before, or dusk elves, would assume that she might be related to them. However, her ears are the only part of her skin that you can really see, aside from little glimpses at her neck and wrists. She speaks in kind of an Orienish accent, which is basically, Orient is kind of very French, for lack of a better term, so very French, and wears a moon-shaped mask with a large, like, curving jaw and brow. None of them have revealed themselves beyond that as they have slept. Well, as they've tried to sleep, at least. However, sleep is not coming for most of you. In fact, Thorena was the only one that could sleep through the night, if I'm not wrong. Did anybody else manage to sleep? I can't remember. It's been a week.
I have no
I
clue.
did not.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I know Muse didn't.
I don't think Sherry's able to if she's in charge of the tiny hut.
You actually...
Can I?
I believe you can. It's not concentration. But I believe you failed your roll. As you sleep through the night, or rest fitfully, each of you feels the presence of these creatures all around you. The walls practically ooze with blood. It is a waiting game. How long can your halfling keep this spell up? Is 8 hours enough? When will the morning come? In order to prevent them from hearing you, you're fairly quiet on the inside. Each of you find that it's like being at a child's sleepover, crammed into this tiny hut, the 9 of you. Each of you feeling uncomfortably claustrophobic, pressed in against the others. And then there are the more petty concerns. The grumble of a stomach. The pressure of a bladder. Who dares to go outside of the bubble even to relieve themselves? And it is through this long and uncomfortable night that we take a look at Muse. Now, Muse, the night that you contracted your illness was on the sea, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of night was that? Where the waves were not calm, were they?
No, it would have been. Probably a very bad winter storm.
Now, was this before or after you met your friend? Your sword? Your patron? Or was this the same moment?
This is probably the same moment.
The wind cut. It slashed your cheeks to ribbons. It tore at your ears. It stripped the hair from your flesh. Were you not an Awuxi, you probably would have been by the end of the night, at least in visage, for the way that this cruelly tore at you. The captain of the vessel barked orders, screaming to bring the sails up, that the storm would cut through them and leave you stranded as the waves stretched up 20 foot, 30 foot, 50-foot waves stretching over like the hands of Dempsey's himself, looking to capsize your vessel and plunge you into the murky depths where all of those dark things dwell and seek to sup on bone. As you were traveling right now, you were in the Thalassian Sea, making your way around from Galia up to the Chain of the Gods, doing a supply run. It was supposed to be easy. The Thalassian Sea is treacherous, rocky, and covered in small islands, but it is, to those in the know, navigatable. And yet now it's as if something has completely changed the nature of the sea itself. Whatever happened here, it's like the gods forgot how to do their job. I would like you to make me a sailing roll. So that is going to be dexterity plus your proficiency.
You got it. That's going to be a dex plus proficiency, so that's a +5, so
Yep.
a 19.
19. All right, rushing forward, you are able to batten down the mainstay. You are able to climb up and start taking the sail in, preventing it from being just another thing to pull you under. It's with this much water splashing around, the very vessel itself is risking being tipped over like a kite to drive you into the water. And as you are climbing, you are pulling the sail up with all of your strength. It's hard, but you're able to do it. You pull up, stretching your muscles, cording them against your throat, carrying half of your weight in your teeth as you use it to grab onto the rope and whatever you can to hoist it back up. But you manage. You manage to wrap around, to anchor it, to prepare the ship for another blast of water. You look up at an unheard of 70-foot wave that crests over you. And the next thing you know, you're not dead. But you remember drowning. You remember the feeling of water flooding into your lungs, cutting your life off, stealing from you, and pumping the cold into your blood. You were near an island chain, right at the very north of the Thalassian Sea. Several of these islands have yet to be fully charted. Their siren song has led many, many explorers to their doom. And there are rumors that there are things buried here, hidden here. Vast underground cave networks, places where pirate lords have hidden their booty. And it is here that you find that one of these legends is somewhat true, for washed up on the shore of an underground cave, an air pocket has saved your life in this tiny, sprawling pocket. This area that you're in is no more than about 5-6 feet wide, about 1.5 feet above the water, just enough for you to squeeze in. Do you head in further?
Yeah.
As you do, the sand and grit in your teeth, the vomit on your shirt from just seawater, and a little bit of blood. You find yourself in a vast chamber in no time at all, after making your way down these ant colony tunnels. Half in a haze, you see that there's a room covered in bones. There must be 50 men here, of all different races, genders, walks of life. Skeletonized by crabs. Some of them casually sitting, others lying prone with weapons still jutting through their ribs. And on a pile of gold that has become so tarnished by salt water that you can barely make out what it is in the darkness, is a brilliantly dressed skeleton, an elf, whose description you'll recognize even without his flesh. And in his hand is a brilliantly curved black blade. It calls to you. It's the most beautiful weapon you've ever seen in your life.
She's gonna move forward and take a closer look at it. And the skeleton that's holding it.
Give me a history check. You have advantage on this because of your
Okay,
pirate knowledge.
Coming up. Uh, 17.
17. You will recognize this as what's the name of this elf? You know it.
Where did I write it? Oh, I don't have my notes up.
Tops.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his name was Top Notch. Oh, God. I didn't put his actual name in my notes.
That's okay. You'll recognize a legendary pirate sitting on the chair there. As you approach, the blade sparkles. The black, inky edges twinkle in the darkness with a purplish, reddish gleam. Take me away from here. You were doomed the moment you came down into this place.
Who are you?
I'm the soul eating blade. I am the one who has feasted on more souls than the sea itself. I am as cruel as the ocean and twice as cold. I am as mighty as the waves, but crush a man's spirit in just as fast.
If you feast on the people who wield you, then why would I?
Oh, not on the ones who wield me, lass. They're the ones who feed me. I happen to be in the market for a new first mate. A new partner. How you've made it down here is a mystery to me. But there are things inside of this cave worse than I. And if you wish a chance at surviving, perhaps we should parlay. Strike up an accord.
You can help me get out of here?
Oh, I think it can be done.
And she's going to... so is the skeleton holding
Yep.
the blade?
Yep.
She's going to poke the skeleton to make sure that it's not gonna like eat her.
Where do you poke it?
Just like on the shoulder.
The head will loll slightly and like look like it's about to fall off as it does so. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Bone noises.
Oh, and that pirate's name was Florian Awin.
Florian Awin, top-notch Awin. That's right.
Yeah. And satisfied, she's going to reach down and reach for the handle of the blade.
And she did. She took it. And heard a voice echo in her soul. And with that, our pact is sealed. But tonight it's different. Tonight the skeleton doesn't stay dead. It lurches up, and maybe this is how it went before, but it's definitely how it's going now. For its eyes flash with an unholy green light as it stares into you. The weapon dissolves into mist in your hand, and the skeleton thrusts one of its clawed, bony hands onto your face. It screams, and you hear an accented voice in Elven. Do you speak Elven?
She does not.
And yet, you can understand it. You'll be next. You'll be next, he says to you. And with that, it's morning. The rest of you are waiting around, just starting to awaken. Theron, as you waken, or Thorena, as Thorena awakens, there are some distinct changes this morning. Your dreamer has shifted you. To everyone who is there, as Thorena adjusts herself, they sit up, and now, please describe yourself, Thorena. Oh, pardon me, Theron.
So, Theron is now a tiny 5'8", 197-pound silver dragonborn. He has kind of glittering silver scales with that slightly iridescent look that maybe in some lights looks a little of that teal he's kept. But other than that, he's shrunk.
Both work.
Both work. He's shrank at least a foot and a bit. And, but he's still pretty bulky, so he's small, but he's like built. So I'm imagining him with more of muscle voices, and he wakes and
The Kevin Hart of dragons.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. I can't do Kevin Hart's accent, sorry.
You know what? I think that's probably for the best.
Right?
Okay. So one quick thing, as you all are waking up, Sherry and Aiden, I'd like both of you to roll me a d6, please.
I've got a 6 for Aiden.
Okay.
Sherry has a 1.
A 1. All right. So Aiden, do me a favor, and we're gonna lower that charisma score by 2, please.
All right.
As you waken, you are going to find that your body has shifted in the night as well. Along with becoming haler and hardier, it is going to your skin has thickened, becoming leathery hide. It's a little harder for you to communicate. You don't have to act that out if you don't want to, but basically it's just kind of hardened your expressions, as well as giving you these like collagen deposits that make you slightly bumpy and rocky, but has made you incredibly hardy. Sherry, I would like you to do me a favor, and you are going to... This is a fun one. You are going to be slightly distracted as you wake up. For as you do, the world gets slightly dizzying. And you realize that your perceptions are askew. It takes you a minute to come to grips with what it is as you rub your eyes, And as you do, you can still see a pale, milky eyeball has grown in the center of your forehead.
Can I roll again, please?
Why?
I don't like this. No, it's fine.
Okay. So,
It is fine. Yeah.
okay. Lower your charisma score by 1, please. Does that take you to an odd number or an even number?
Even number 12.
Okay, well then nothing really changes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then finally, Muse, as you open your eyes this morning, having taken that dosage before and gaining the Bloodhound merit, feat, I want to ask: do you want the super gross one or just the? You know what? You didn't take the super gross thing, so I'm not going to give you the super gross option. You are going to find that it is incredibly bright in this part of the bakery where you are, where a sunbeam is bursting through a hole in the roof down at you. It is very hard for you to see. You're still going to be able to smell things. However, while acting in bright light, you now have disadvantage, like a drow.
Oh.
So you may add that to your sheet as well to give you the quick summary of that. It is pretty much that. It is you have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks that rely on sight when you, the target of your attack, or whatever you are trying to perceive is in direct sunlight. Thankfully, it's usually fairly overcast in Exalar, so this will be situational. But
We need to find some sunglasses for.
basically, having a torch thrust directly in your face would have the same effect, but it's basically you have night blindness now, or day blindness, I guess. But you can
Okay.
smell people within 10 feet of you, so there's that.
Only 10 feet?
That may not be a blessing at the moment.
That is true.
Right.
I will say that as you are all waking up, the 3 Inquisitors that are inside of the bubble with you are... they smell like death. Partially because they're covered in a lot of it. And partially because they haven't bathed in at least... Probably about 4 days?
So we're all smelling nice and ripe.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Plus you have all the gore on you from before, so...
Muse has prestidigitations, and she uses that
We're gonna.
literally.
Yeah. I think we're all gonna use that.
Yeah, everyone gets some.
Oh, right, I have this soap.
This is
A
true,
rock.
you have the cleaning rock.
True.
Oh, God, why is it so bright?
You're directly in a sunbeam. Come on, kitty, you should move.
And she's gonna shuffle out of the way.
It's a little better out of the direct light. Dargov
Ow.
will, offer a bit of hardtack. It's bad, but it's edible.
I've had bad before. I can deal with it this time, too. Thank you.
All right. With that, you all begin to wake up. What do you do?
We need to get to that fortress today, right?
Yes. I think we should maybe skip breakfast and push on till we get there.
I don't know about that. Airden's gonna take out one of his good berries and pop that.
Honestly, a good breakfast is one of the best parts of a day, really. It fuels you. Although there is something to be said for fasted cardio. You will hear from I got too many pages. I need to get a tablet for this game. You will hear from Inquisitor Akhtari.
My only concern is that the smell of it might bring some of those things down on us. Or at
Do we
least
know
set
if
them on
they're
our trail.
just in the night, or do they walk during the day as well?
I don't think that they are out during the day, Inquisitor Calvo says. And if they are, we should have a straight shot. If we can just avoid them. Fort Fearlight is about a mile to the north. If we manage to make it there, we can regroup, resupply. I can acquire some of their horses. Another wagon, perhaps. And then Espoir is 2 days' ride through mostly comfortable countryside. Everything. It should be good. Everything on the other side of Fearlight is inside of the Contessa's domain. It is safer. Patrolled. It is here on the outskirts next to the entrance to Exalar that it is a bit questionable.
This feels more than a little questionable.
Those things. Those horrors. Awful.
They got what they deserved. They are the souls of the wicked, the corrupt, the intemperate. They are trapped here, suffering for the things that they did in life. Would that we had enough bullets or blood. We would rid the entire... Forgive me.
What traps them here, may I ask?
They still draw breath. They are cursed beings. They are easy to release if you have the courage to bury a knife in their brains. It is the downside of living in a place where any malady can be cured.
So these are they actually confirmed people, beings, or is it something from High Garden?
The things inside of this village are not from Highgard. They are the corrupted and cursed that we have exiled. There is a contagion sweeping the land. Those who are not able to receive treatment change.
So that is what becomes.
Whatever happened at High Garden is something far worse. It seems to be able to do this without any type of virus, condition. It seems to be able to do it merely with whim.
That is
But related to that god that was mentioned in that village.
For a god, she blew up pretty quick.
I don't think that was the actual god. I think that was...
Oh, come on, I want to say I killed a god.
I mean, sure, you killed the god.
Fuck yeah. You hear that? You hear that, Tari? I killed a god. Yes, I heard. It was very impressive. I
It
saw
was
it.
very impressive.
See? She
Was.
likes you too. Yeah. The plan should be that we get to Fort Fearlight. We regroup. We continue. If you are to meet with the Contessa, you should not do so looking like this.
I know I changed during my sleep, but man, that was harsh.
Yes, did your name change at all?
Oh yeah, it seems I have turned into a male dragonborn.
How can you
usually
tell?
when
Do you lift the tail, or do you... I've never met a dragonborn.
I've checked that I can feel.
Is it
the
scaly?
male.
Or is it
front
retractable? I'm
tail.
very curious. You
I
know,
have
it's
not-
probably not my business. I'm an innie, you're an outie. It's all good.
I haven't checked actually for that. Darren's gonna like.
You know, we're not making that judgment on Dragonborn this episode. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna say goodnight,
No,
everybody.
I just meant Theron was gonna go outside and look, and that was it. That was it. Around the corner to themselves.
To be honest, I hadn't noticed that she had changed into that until just now. It's probably for the best. I would have probably tried to kill her in her sleep if I'd seen her changing into a beast. Yeah, I probably would have too. Yeah. Are you an innie or an outie?
I prefer not to say.
Yeah, he's an innie. Nothing wrong with that.
I know I'm definitely male, and you can call me Theron. It's a lot simpler. That's usually what I do when I present male. I usually just go by Theron. It's easier just to take the A off.
That's fair.
There and it is.
Gender is a stupid construct anyway. We should probably just not talk about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
you were saying, Inquisitor.
Point.
We need to make our way to Fort Fearlight. And once we make it within inside the Vespa, I have friends at a tavern there. An inn that you can stay at. Clean yourselves up.
That would be much appreciated.
It
It
is,
would be.
it is walled and comfortable. And a nice place called the Old Familiar. Ran
Old Familiar.
by a friend of the court. As soon as
Do you
you're
know the
ready.
name of the person?
Do I know the name of the person?
Yeah,
Uh,
that runs the inn.
Of course I know the name of the person. Why would I not? What
I
does it
don't
matter
know.
to you?
I just when I agreed, it would be nice to, if we get separated or someone meets their untimely demise, we can go around and say, "Hey, are you so and so? I know so and so."
Mm-hmm. I don't think that would really make much of a difference, but it's Almac.
Almac.
I guarantee he will be the only tiefling working at that tavern. Unless he has had children since we have been away, and considering that he is quite interested in men, it is very difficult for them to procreate, although I would not put it past him. He has definitely tried.
Well, do we want to get out of here then? Hit the road?
I'm ready if you are.
For me.
All right, if you're all ready. Heading out into the day, you can hear the sound of the rain and then feel the cold burst down on you. It cuts the scent for most of you. For Muse, her scent is still quite sharp, or her sense of smell at least. But even she is thankful that it cuts the odor down of the Inquisitors and any of you who haven't been using liberal doses of prestidigitation. Now, the blasted town square is still in shambles. As you step out, you can see that this thoroughfare that you're in right now still bears the brunt of your combat yesterday. However, there are no bodies. The plague dogs have been stripped from the streets. Trails of blood and gore are all that remains, and even that is being washed away by the downpour. The horses as well have been stripped. The cart, already a wreck, well, the wagon, I should say, already a wreck, is now barely a heap of twigs. Throughout the night, you heard the sound of wood shattering, breaking, and being demolished by whatever those huge creatures were. But, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna. So we can kind of gather it was the beast, not like potentially other people that came and like looted.
It may have been, but with looking at how badly damaged it is, at the very least, the beasts made work of what was left. You know for a fact that one of the horse's corpses was trapped beneath the wagon, and it is no longer. So I would say anybody who wants to can make me a survival or a nature check.
Well, I'll do survival.
Okay.
A 22.
22?
17 nature.
Sounds good. Both of you will be able to find tracks that are going to lead up to it, like big, thick wolf tracks that are about the size of a lion's paw print. And you will find deep gouging claw marks along the wood, as well as you will see that what is barely left of what this horse was, mostly just a bit of mane hair, is completely just in disarray. Whatever came through here broke this up, took the corpse, ate it really violently here, only leaving bits of hair behind.
And can we see like a general direction of potentially where maybe a majority like the tracks like go to? Are they going in the same direction we're going for? Are they going?
One of them was. Most of them seem to be heading back into the town.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like we should be getting out of here.
Yes, we may want to keep an eye out as well.
Yeah.
There might be one in our direction.
Hope that old horse from yesterday made it.
How are we doing
Only
with food
hope.
and water?
Not great.
But a couple of days myself.
Yeah.
If you
That's
get me
about
into the
it.
woods, I can supply substantially more.
Once we make it to Fort Fearlight, we should be able to regroup. But if we have to come back, then, well, there are probably some places through here that we can re-equip. Is there anything that you wish to do in this town before we progress?
I know I'm ready to go. I think the sooner we leave, the sooner the most
Yeah.
time we can put behind us getting going, I think is the safe option.
Although, if anyone sees anything with a hood or something on our way out of here, it'd be great to have. It's really bright. Even this overcast is really, really bright.
I might have a spare change of clothes in my bag, but I'm not 100%. I have a blanket. You can use that.
Or just take my cloak. And Ziel will hand over his cloak.
She will put it on and put the hood over.
It's a bit nicer.
Thank you. I think that shot did something last night.
It does change people. You should be careful not to take too much.
Oh,
I can smell extremely well.
Oh, I was thinking that you smelled extremely well last night as well.
Thanks, I try. I can smell things extremely well now, but wow, the sun hurts.
That actually reminds me, I probably should. I have one more vial left of the malady elixir. I should probably take that. I wonder. I might take half and try and stretch it out. Probably won't do as good of a job, but I'll see if I can try. And Theron will try and shoot half of it if he can.
You can make me a medicine check with disadvantage.
Okay.
These devices are designed to inject a full dose when they do.
Okay.
So it's basically once you break the seal.
Yeah.
It's like trying to seal up like a high C container or like a Capri Sun. Like you can't do it. Like they say you can tape it, but you can't.
Medicine?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
22.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 19, and I have +7 to medicine.
Well, shit. Sometimes you can, I guess.
Duct tape, yeah.
Theron's gonna do it.
Okay, so you'll manage to kind of. How do you do that? Do you use like beeswax? Like what do you have on you that you could use?
I do have a herbalism kit, so
Yeah, that
maybe
would have
something
beeswax in it.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, Theron's gonna try and do that to try
Okay.
and stretch it out. Probably will dilute the potency of it, but it might.
All right,
stretch
so
it a bit.
it is a new day, and I need to know. Remind me who took one of the elixirs last episode.
Muse did.
Used it. Muse did. Okay, this is one of the ones to stave off your condition, right?
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
okay. Yeah.
We took it in the carriage, or at least
We
I
took
know
it in the
I did
carriage.
yeah, I took mine in the
Yeah,
carriage.
Theron failed the thing and had to take one to stave off his malady, so
Okay.
he took one and has to take it now unless he wants to lose.
And
Dexterity.
then, all right. So I would like everybody to do me a favor. Where are my notes? So it is a new day. If you took your medicine yesterday, then you'll have advantage on this check. If you did not, you will have. Oh, pardon me. If you took it yesterday, you will be rolling normally. If you did not take it, you will have disadvantage. So what I need is ZL. You're going to make me a charisma save. Kel, you're going to make me a con save, as is Aedan. As is... I think I had all of you do con saves except for Traz, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So-
doing con.
Yeah, because his is an
Mine's
internal
a fif-
malady.
Yeah, mine's 15.
15? Okay. And if you did not take it yesterday, you have disadvantage. Let me know if you get below a 15.
How about
Yep.
a natural 1?
Okay, so James,
Isn't
I'm gonna...
this the second time you've rolled a natural one on this, James?
This is actually the first time I've been affected. It was...
Okay, so James,
Yes.
do me a favor, roll me a d4.
Uh-oh.
I got a 17, by the way.
That
Yeah,
is
17? 16?
I
Okay.
got an 11.
Okay.
I got a 3 on that D4.
Perfect. Lower your intelligence score by 3.
Oh. Okay.
Ow.
Also, so your fever is going to get much brighter to the point where it's getting harder to think. On top of that, whenever you go to do a long rest, you will have to make a roll to see whether or not you're able to sleep through the night.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so you are on stage 2 of 4. There are only 4 stages. Guess what stage 4 is?
Dead.
Death?
Dead.
Carson dead?
Yep.
Explosion?
Probably dead.
Probably.
You
Probably
might
for
explode,
Aedan.
Yeah, I
actually.
might explode.
Yeah, he
Just
could explode.
combust.
At least most of your stuff does not work with intelligence. So, all right. Did anybody else fail? And Sherry, you rolled with disadvantage, right? Or did you
I
take
got
your
a
medicine?
16.
Did you
I
take your
took my
medicine?
medicine, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
did?
take
Okay.
it yesterday.
All right. All right. So Theron, you failed.
Yep.
Okay. Do me a favor. Please remind me from now on.
Oh no.
Slashing damage crits on a 19 on you.
Ah! Okay. Okay.
You know what? Piercing does
Okay.
too. Why not? We'll do fine.
Ooh, I'm on piercing now too.
Slashing and piercing. Crits on a 19, and you are in. I'm not sure if you're in stage 1 or 2. I feel like just existing is stage 1, but we'll figure this out.
That's
You,
what I
you
was
said I was
thinking.
at, you said I was stage 2 with my dexterity disadvantage, or the dexterity
Oh, yes.
minus. I think was stage 2. which is why I took the half medicine. So does that affect it or not? I'm curious.
We'll touch base later.
Okay.
I'll have to get an entire list of what's happening, because you guys have picked up a lot of weird shit on this campaign so far. It's hard to keep track, really, and my notes are literally in a book with a really messed up cover, which is pretty apropos.
I was gonna say that tracks.
Right? This used to be the notebook for Port Echidna. And then I tore it off.
Appropriate.
Well, I didn't want to waste another $12 notebook when I had like half a book still open.
That's this with rhyme is or brain, and this is just my homebrew notebook now.
Nice. All right. With that, you begin to walk through the rain, and as you do, Aiden, you'll begin to feel a fever continue to build inside of you. And as it does, it is rough. You're finding some of your thoughts a bit muddled. Deep thinking is getting a little harder for you.
Just kind of start grumbling and growling as he's going along. Probably if it wasn't raining, you'd probably see him sweating. So
as you prepare to walk across the square, you will see that there are 3 more sounds as these auto injectors puff behind you, as the Inquisitors take a moment beneath their cowls to inject into a little... They actually have little button patches of their shirts that pull away for quick and easy use, and you'll see that the skin underneath there is scarred and marked up if you take a look. Actually, anybody who wants to give me a perception roll, I think, but if you're giving them some peace, don't worry about it.
sure, I'll pay attention.
Yeah, might as well snoop on
Yeah,
them.
same.
24-ish?
Yeah, they are showing a significant amount of marking. Like, they've got
21
tracks
for me.
all over their internal, the crease of their elbow. Places where it looks like even some of the veins have collapsed. And they've had to seek out new spaces. And significant scarring on Calvo's arm. It looks like burn scars, and a significant amount of tattooing on Aktari's arm. Strangely enough, Dargov's arm is besides being gray-green, is flawless skin. It looks like newborn skin on top of taut, thick, corded muscle. Picture The Rock, but with baby smooth skin. Still veiny,
I'm just
though.
picturing The Rock as a baby, but The Rock.
Yeah,
buff.
basically.
Are those actually burn marks on the sorry, who you were saying?
Calvo,
Yeah.
the Grand Inquisitor. It looks like
I
burns.
might just have a keener eye for that than most.
Yeah, it looks like burns.
Okay.
If you were a betting man, you would say burns for sure.
Okay.
And with that, is there anything else that you do before you start heading north?
Muse is gonna go up to Akari and say, "Hey, did you want me to clean you up a little bit? I know you've been working really hard lately."
Oh, is it unnoticeable? You said that you had a very keen sense of smell today.
If you want, I can.
What would you be doing?
Prestidigitation.
Oh, but of course, please. I would not mind at all. It would be very, very, very welcome. Thank you very much, my friend.
And Muse is going to brush a hand along her arm and
Thank you.
and cast that. It's always nicer to start the day smelling great.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
She's
You
gonna.
You small folks sure like to flirt.
And
Don't
you
you?
large folk don't procreate nearly enough. Or else you would be everywhere. In fact, I think that, my friend, you might be the only Firbolg inside of all of Exalar. You are an ambassador for your people. Congratulations.
So far, I take that as a good thing. This
So do I.
place hasn't lived up to my expectations.
Well, it is the countryside. There's nothing good. It's all cow pies and, other forms of bullshit out here.
Fair enough.
If you've all done enough flirting, perhaps we should head on. Probably is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Lead the way?
All right. Moving north, you make your way through the town. Now, I'd like to know, how are you doing this? Traipsing through, hitting all the pots and pans on the way, or you trying to sneak, or are you just keeping to the shadows, going through burnt and blasted buildings? What are you doing?
We're trying to be somewhat
Muse
careful.
would probably suggest keeping to the shadows.
Aiden would probably suggest moving to the edge of town and tracing along the edge of it. Why do we need to go in the buildings where we're blind when we can have the woods on one side?
That's with the woods either. But I get your point.
Okay, so... I mean, what's the fastest way out of here?
Heading directly north. If we continue through this main square, we should be reaching the road north in no time at all. Then we will have a bit of a blind run ahead of us. Nothing will grow north of here for about half a mile.
So we are going to be out in the open, you're saying?
Yes.
Not great, but... we've got to do it.
And let's do it at speed.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, are you moving quietly until you reach that place, or
Yeah, I would say probably.
Yeah, I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
then give me a group stealth check. I'd like every one of you to try to get me at least that die is gone forever. At least
Ooh, I'm at disadvantage because
Oh, am I?
late mail
I am not.
Oh, that's not good.
or scale mail, not plate mail.
And I got a 16.
16. Okay.
I got a 3.
I got a 12 for disadvantage. That's
15.
not bad.
I got an 11.
Okay, so that's 1 success, 2 success, 3 success, 4 success. Okay. Then -1, +1. All right, you are just going to beat it as Dargov and Aktari are going to draw a little bit of attention. Darvo just walks heavily. The man is huge, but Aktari will make it a bit with you, and then will actually have a little bit of a sneezing fit as you are rounding the edge of a temple. Oh, excuse me. And you're finding that you are right next to a temple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Doom.
6, 7,
Temple of
8,
Doom.
10. What? I didn't catch that. What?
Temple of Doom.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Okay. A temple to Beatrice, the goddess of cities, is here. You'll see that the emblazoned symbol of a claw hammer on a brick background lies in state just above the collapsed archway that was the front door. I'm sorry. I just sometimes I have allergies, and there is what is this, peony? Fuck you, peony. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? I can't see. It's dark in here. You'll hear a voice echo from nowhere. Hello? Hello? It's dark. I can't see. Hello?
Yoden, you're back.
Guys? Anybody?
Kelly,
Yes.
Aiden will.
can I make a perception check?
Sure. Yes, you may.
Um.
The noise is coming from Aiden's bag.
Oh.
You'll recognize Flynn's voice.
Oh. Okay. Then never mind.
Sure. But you can do that anyway if you want.
No. If I recognize Flynn's voice, I'm not gonna bother.
Okay.
Oh.
Aiden's gonna reach back and pull him out.
What's going on?
boy.
What's going on? What's going on? Oh my god. Oh my gods. Oh gods. Oh, what's going
Oh,
What's
no.
Muse is gonna come up and kind of be like, hey, it's okay, it's okay.
How am I breathing? How am I breathing? I don't. You're holding your
Significant-
halfling's head in your hand.
Significant amounts of magic. Something happened at Highguard, and there's a huge attack.
Make me a persuasion roll with disadvantage to prevent him from hyperventilating right now.
Sorry about dropping that dice right in front of my microphone.
That's
Better
okay.
than dropping Flynn.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does a 15 track?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You be a decapitated head and see how you take it.
That-
What happened? What happened to me?
Aiden's gonna clamp an oversized hand over him. Now be quiet and no yelling, all right? Or you're gonna get us all killed.
Make me an intimidation roll, please.
Sure.
I will not give you
Kelly.
disadvantage on an intimidation roll.
Fair enough.
Kelly,
Yes, Trass. What's up?
can I make a perception roll to see if we're drawing anything's attention?
Yeah, I was
may.
gonna say Theron's also kind of would like to look. Specifically, also in the temple, if he can poke his head in quickly too.
Sure.
I've got a 6, by the way.
A 6? Sounds fantastic.
I'm going
He's
to
gonna
use my
start
desperation.
weeping.
There go my dice.
Oh,
Also,
at least
hello,
it's
Ray.
better
Good to
than
see you there.
screaming.
Okay, so yes, holding your friend's hand, he is going to start just weeping openly. Against
we
your
can
hand.
we can explain everything to you later on, but right now we have to get out of this town before we all die.
So, 14, Kelly.
A 14?
And I
And
got
what'd you
a
get there?
16.
A 16?
16.
Is anyone there? You'll hear the sound of scraping inside of the temple. The archway is collapsed, but if you look just right, it's mostly collapsed in on itself. A halfling could fit through this gap there, and you're looking straight up the aisle. The pews are completely piled on top of each other. Most of the wood has been rotted away by termites over the past decade. But a shaft of sunlight pierces through the clouds and is coming down directly near the altar, where you see there is a figure standing, draped in one of the dark one of the concrete gray hoods of the clericry of Beatrice, the goddess of cities. It shuffles back and forth, almost kind of drunkenly. Is someone there? Is someone there? Is someone there? Hello? Hello?
Theron's gonna like. Well, wait, no. Would Theron have knowledge of Kenkus?
That's exactly what I was
Yeah, I think so. Kenkus are pretty common.
Okay. Is there any other sort of known monster that mimics
Tons.
other voices?
Tons.
Cap.
Tons.
Cool. Theron's gonna back away kind of carefully and quietly if he can.
Actually, could Aiden take an insight on this thing just to get a sense
Well,
of?
you don't see it. Only they
my
perceive
apologies.
it.
My
So
apologies.
they're the only ones hearing and listening for it. Actually, what is your passive perception, Aiden?
a lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because it's
17.
17. You'll be able to notice when Theron backs away that there's something in there, but it's just outside of your perception right now. You're too focused on this severed head in your hand that's trying to freak out.
Theron's gonna turn around and kind of whisper and point to the temple and go, "Something is in there."
Hello? You'll start to hear it now. Is anyone there?
I need to make a
Hello?
decision to
Is
run
anyone there?
or fight.
Hello, is anyone there?
Are we running or fighting?
Running sounds good.
Yeah.
Can I get a deck save off of the three of you that are right next to this archway as you've been backing away a bit?
Sounds good.
Oh no.
Ooh, I wish I had desperation, but that's gonna be a 10.
A 10.
That's a 7.
Okay.
And sorry, who was it? Was I the other one, or was it?
So yeah, you're kind of with your back to it.
Okay.
Or kind of nearby.
I've got a 5.
Holy crap, really? Okay, so as you are holding this head, there is going to be a sudden, you're like, what do we do? Do we run? You say run, and you're going to hear... And the sound of footfalls going inside of the building. As you turn, this thing has cleared the 60 feet of the main aisle and has slammed into the collapsed woodwork. There's about 15 feet of collapsed woodwork between you where only something the size of a halfling could worm through. But this creature, like, pulls its hood back, and you're going to see this mass of eyes. Just eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes reaching out.
Oh my goodness, that thing looks awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
I don't want to fight it, but it looks awesome.
It reaches its arm out toward you. Its arm is a good 4 feet long, tipped with these gnarled claws that bend in almost like a Jabberwocky-ish fashion. And then you're going to use this hand to... And the bones begin to distend as the arm turns into a tentacle. And Aiden, you are grappled.
All right.
And it is going to grab... I need you to make me a contested strength check.
All right.
Okay, and
Sounds awful.
It does. Sorry, Aiden, you got the worst score, so it happened to you.
No, that's fair. That's Aeden's lot sometimes. Aeden's got an 18.
All right, let's find out if it can get this out of your grip. Oh, I got a 16 plus 5. You 21. It is going to pull Flynn out of your hands.
God, is anybody there? Is anybody there?
And I'd like an initiative roll, please.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, good job on initiative there, buddy. Okay, now let's do some Inquisitors.
Read that.
Oh my god, Akatari, you're actually
There we
good
go.
at something tonight. Okay, pop them in the chat. Let's do this. Okay. Akatari.
Oof, team. We did not do great, team. Team, we did not do great.
Oh, I'm going like crap today so far. Not a good sign.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sure.
Okay.
I as well, for the most part.
Farron. Then.
I'm like middle. I'm actually pretty good for my
Calvo.
rolls. I'll admit.
Then. Muse. Then.
Let's just hope they rolled worse than we did.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Probably not.
Sherry. And. ZL. And. Darvo. Or Dargov. That is not how you spell his name, Kelly, but it's an initiative sheet. Who gives a crap? All right. Pardon me one moment. There we go. All right, there's an explosion of energy around you as this creature grabs on, pulls Flynn, and it's just the moment that you all realize that combat is engaged. You pivot, grabbing your weapons, and Aktari actually gets to go first for a change. She cannot reach this thing besides its arm, so she is going to draw her longsword and make 2 attacks on the arm, because it is what it is.
Yep.
Okay, she has a 4. Those are 2. Oh, 1 miss, 1 hit. So bringing down, she's gonna use 2 hands on this. That's going to be a D10. Oh, of course, she only got 5 on there. Okay, cool. She's... Merde! And is going to, like, hack down with the side of her blade. She's going to catch the side of the arm that is grasping probably the head. But it is going to hold on to Flynn, taking a bit of damage and going back in as it starts to kind of slither back inside. It is the horror's turn. The horror is going to... It is already grabbing Aoden and is going to... It's going to open this pouch on the side of its arm. You're going to see this eyeball kind of look around and then mutate into an open, gaping maw. I need you, Aoden, Theron. Actually, I need all of you except for... from where you're standing, it'll be either Muse or Sherry. Sherry, you are low because you're short. Okay. Everyone except for Muse to do me a favor and make me a Constitution save.
Ow.
Is this against poison or?
This is against... no, it's against necrotic damage, though,
Okay, cool.
which will help in a minute.
That's not gonna be great for my 2, so 5.
Yeah, that's a 10 from me.
11.
Okay. 7.
And I pulled a 19.
Pulled a 19. That's fantastic. Okay. Anybody who here who beat a 15 or higher, is going to take half damage on this, as you take 40 necrotic damage. As a blast of necrotic
Whoa.
energy rips out of this appendage and hits in a cone.
What, 40 as in 40?
40.
I'm dead.
I think you're just unconscious.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Okay.
I
Because
have 34 hit
you're-
points.
Yeah, okay, so you're -6. That's not dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Close.
blast is going to strike you and take you immediately out. It is
Down.
going to use its momentum to start to pull Flynn's head through the woodwork that is only halfling sized. And Theron, it's your turn. What do you do?
Oh, sorry, I heard Theron and it took me a second. I thought Aiden for a second. Okay. Fuck. Oh, this cleric gonna heal. Cleric should probably heal. Ah,
Okay.
fuck. I wanted to. What side is the offer on, Kelly?
The offer is on your side. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, the offer is a minor cheat that I allow, but I get a cheat in return. Aktari did get hit by this blast as well, and she is damn near out of the fight.
Okay.
She failed her roll, and although Dargov and Calvo are both fine.
Yes, I was worrying about using the offer to cast 2 full spells, 1 a bonus action spell, 1 an action spell.
That works for me.
Cool. Okay, so bonus action, mass healing word.
Okay.
So everyone within 60 feet, 6 creatures. So with
You can skip-
4,
You can skip
Muse-
Calvo and
and Muse.
I think Muse is at full.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that bonus action. That so a D4 plus. My spell mod 4. Oh, okay. I rolled a 4, so that's 8 points. Everyone's gonna get 8 points of healing back.
Eat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that, and then, as my action, Thoran is gonna. Is the arm thing still out here in
So
touching
there are
range?
2 arms, one of which is grappling Aoden, and the other
Yeah.
which is snaking Flynn back into the church.
Okay, cool.
The one that's snaking
Can-
Flynn can only move a little bit and still fit through the hole safely without like crushing his head completely. So it's only 10 feet in now.
Okay, but it's no longer in like
It pulled
touching
in.
range.
Yeah, it is not.
Okay.
That one is not in touching range. It is all part of the same creature, though.
Okay. All right. I am going to cast Vampiric Touch on the arm that I can reach that's closest to me.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Perfect. Okie dokie.
God, this thing is so gross. I love it.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits. Give me damage.
Perfect! 3d6, and I get to take half of that necrotic damage back.
Perfect.
And it's concentration up to a minute. Alrighty, that is going to be 6, 10, 12 points of necrotic damage for it, and I get 6 back.
Beautiful. All right, that's going to work. You use your vampiric touch, siphoning its life out. It is going to... You can see that the creature that is inside of his hood is starting to, like... What was kind of vaguely shaped like a humanoid being made out of chitin and... almost like tumorous flesh laced with eyeballs. Like, it's almost like these appendages were forming the visage of a face, and they're going to start dripping and drooling off as the damage takes it, and some of the cellular membrane holding it together starts to break away. All right, it is... Do you have anything else you're doing with your turn?
So you said the rubble is, like, really hard to get through, like, only a halfling can get through it?
Something only halfling size could get through that.
Okay, so I couldn't, like, spend movement trying to...
I would say that you can try to crawl through, but it is rough terrain,
Okay.
and attacks against you while you were in there will have advantage.
Okay.
Because you're in a tiny hole, so I basically...
Yeah. But we can still, like, see inside, so I just want to make sure I can still, like, spellcast at it.
Yes, you can.
Still, like,
unless someone's plugging
okay.
the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so then Theron's gonna kind of probably, like, back up from the hole a little bit, and cast, and just get ready, for the next time.
Sounds good. Okay, so Calvo is going to cast... it's totally not worth it. He is going to use Brand Heretic to raise his sword and say, "Get the head back no matter what!" And is going to charge the thing that is grabbing Aedan. And his blade is going to glow with kind of a reddish hue. And he's going to make some greatsword attacks. And that's a 2, which is great, but the first one's going to hit. So that is going to be 9, 13, and you know what? Let's use a second level smite on this. 13, 21, 25... that is going to be 25 points of damage to this guy, but the other one is going to miss as it kind of pivots out of the way. However, it does release Aedan from taking that much damage to its arm. Okay, so then it is Muse's turn. Muse, what do you do?
All right, so bonus action. I'm going to cast Branding Smite on this thing.
Okay. You get Branding Smite?
I get Branding Smite.
That's ridiculous. Okay, cool.
And then full action, she is going to summon her Warhammer. Now, question for you, Kelly. I get 2 attacks with my packed weapon.
Yes.
And summoning it is a full action.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still get 1 attack with it?
So taking your attacks is an action itself, so it is the attack action. And
okay, so both actions are the 1 action. Okay.
If you get multiple attacks as part of the attack action, that's its own command, basically.
That's what I thought, wanted to confirm.
No, it's okay. It's a little confusing until you're used to it.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. That's what she's gonna do because I can't do anything else.
Okay. And what I am going to do at the end of that turn is I am going to re-roll what my... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to re-roll what my special bonus is, because these guys get some cool stuff. Okay. That's awful. Its appendages are going to start to ooze this viscous bile out of their pores, and as it touches some of the old wood, you're going to hear as it starts to drip acid.
Sounds awful.
It does sound awful. Sherry, it is your turn. You're up with, what, 6 hit points? 8 hit points? How much was it?
2
8
hit points.
8.
I was at -6 though.
Minus isn't a thing.
Oh, okay. So then I had
It's
8.
just 0. Yeah.
You're just 0.
Okay. All right. Then I have 8.
Which is
I'm
preferable.
up with 8, and yes, it's preferable to 2. So let's see. Oh, what am I gonna do? Let's go with something easy. Sapping Sting. Hit it with the Sapping Sting.
Sounds good. Now, is that an action or a bonus action for Sapping Sting?
It's an action.
Okay.
I have no bonus actions.
All right. You sure
It's
that's
a
what you want to use?
Okay. Oh, and well, nothing else is really concentration. So let's.
Why
go
does it
with
have to be concentration?
Because I am. Don't I have disadvantage on concentration right now? Well, I'm disoriented because of the extra eye.
I mean, a little bit, but you don't have to. You don't have to use a concentration spell.
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything that's concentration. So why not? Let's go with the chromatic orb. That was kind of fun.
Sounds good. You can throw that down the hole.
Yes.
Also, hello, casters and castles. Good to be rated by you.
What do I want to use? Electricity.
Electricity sounds great.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and make me an attack roll with that.
Orb. Please be good. 16.
16 is going to be a hit. Roll me damage.
Yay! And that. Oh, what is the damage on that? Chromatic orb is lots and lots. It is. What is it? 3d8. Okay.
3D.
That's why.
Damn, son.
That's why I had. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I forgot you guys are level 6 now. You're actually doing some real damage.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
This is just regular. This is just the regular. For the 12.
12. Okay.
Damage.
12 damage. Okay, this thing is
12
definitely
electricity
bloodied at
damage.
this point. As a ball of electricity, are you sending it down the hole, or are you sending it to the, like, Aedan, like the one that's near Aedan's arm?
Down the hole.
Okay, so this ball of lightning goes down this small passageway amongst the rubble, striking into the creature. It's going to let out this awful. I'm not going to do much more than that because that would kill my voice. But this horrible, ungodly scream, and with that, it is going to be Aedan or Ziel's turn. Whoever wants to go first.
I'm good to go if you're.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right. Aedan is going to glower towards the entrance, and he's going to huff on his pipe, and I'm going to have my flame spirit come out.
Okay. I think I know where this is going.
Yep, and it's going to basically, like, how far into that
10 feet.
hole is it going? So it's going to basically move into the hole within. So basically, close the range with the hand that's got Flynn in it, and then it's going to teleport back out.
I'm just double checking if a grapple messes with that. I don't think it does.
I've got it right here for the instructions for it.
I'm looking at it right now. So just give me 1 sec to read it. Okay. So it is not appearing next to this creature, right?
It can appear anywhere within 30 feet of me, so it would have appeared.
But each creature within 10 feet of it, when it appears, takes damage.
Other than me, yeah. So I would have manifested it right in front of the hole. Like, I'd try to keep it away from everyone else if I can. I can also manifest it in the air if I want to. It flies.
Okay.
So
I need to know whether or not it's within 10 feet of Flynn.
It is not within 10 feet of Flynn. It's gonna appear before him and then close the range to him and then teleport back out.
Okay, and combat is okay. And I'm just checking the teleport right now. Boop boop boop.
Yeah, I got
Air, fiery teleportation. If you're a willing creature of its choice within 15 feet, occupy space. Okay, yeah, that's funny. Cool, let's do it. All right, so it did make a save though. So does a 16 succeed?
That should succeed. Let me just double check because my thing went up.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
that's gonna match mine.
Okay, so it's not going to take damage from the fire, but you are going to and rescue Flynn, who's just screaming as ah! I should have rolled for his initiative. A 19, bullshit. He just starts going, "Ah, I'll bite your eyes out."
And if I can, if I have any spare time, because I haven't moved or anything like that, I'm going to shove him into my pack.
Okay. No! Ow! It's an interact with item, so yeah.
Sweet.
He is eventually going to die in your pack. You know that, right?
It's the one that actually has enough space for him to breathe. It doesn't have anything else in it.
I mean, you can't really decide if he's breathing if you throw him into like a sack. It's very easy.
Fair. This is fair. Let's just.
Are you proficient in medicine?
Gods, no.
Okay. All right, ZL, it's your turn.
So okay, we got Flynn back. Is there any object nearby that I could technically move and crush this thing and block its path from us?
Yeah, the entire front, like what it's reaching through is a collapsed archway. So in theory, what I'll give you is, why don't you make me I wish there was an architecture roll, but let's say this will make me an int check.
Okay, I could do that.
And what do you think this would be? Like, there's no craft skill, there's no history for, I mean, the history's kind of like academic, sort of.
Insight to like
insight, yeah. Let me give me insight.
Yeah. Okay.
Int and insight, please.
Okay, that is better. So that will be a 15.
15? Yeah, you actually see that there is a large support pillar right in the center.
Oh, I'm going to use my telekinetic move it and move it away. And he's going to yell out, "Stand back."
All right, so telekinetic move is just...
So I can, if I see a target within 30 feet of you, you can move up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you see.
Okay. Is there a weight limit on that?
Nope.
Okay.
Just large or smaller. How big is this?
I'm gonna say that it's large, so that will work. Okay, so with a bunch of focus, you are going to use your psionic abilities to press against this giant beam. There is going to be a as it rips away, and the front archway is going to collapse down, bringing the roof down on that passageway. Two of its arms are going to be stuck in the rubble as it comes down, one of which is going to kind of thrash around wildly at the front of the tunnel, as it has been basically mouse-trapped halfway down its arm. The other one is kind of crushed in the center of the rubble. Do you have anything else you can do?
I'm going to use my bonus action and use Second Wind to get some more health back.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, dice. Still 7 health, but I rolled a 1.
Could be worse. Could you rolled 0?
Yep.
I mean, that's not true, but... all right, so ZL, that's you. And then Dogrov is going to go, What? I was going to hit the monster!
No. Let's go.
But like... You know what? He's going to hit the arm on the ground real quick. No, he's not. I rolled 2 3s with advantage. Shit. He's going to try... It's going to like... Hold still, damn it! All right, we can go.
Actually, before we go, Theron would like to do one more little sappy sap from the arm, since I'm still connected to it, if I can.
Okay. So that is going to be the end of this round, and then we're pretty much out of initiative for this. However, I would like everyone to make me a perception roll.
Okay, is it bright enough to trigger that disadvantage for me, Kelly?
No,
or is the overcast?
It is overcast, so you're not in direct sunlight right now.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. The DC is 16. DC is 16.
24.
24? All right. Was that a nat 1, Theron?
Yeah.
Okay, you are only focused on getting some Slurpee.
Slurpy slurp.
Kel, what are you saying? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. I have a 21.
Okay, 21. All right, so with that, you are going to all hear the sound of other creatures moving south in the village, making their way toward you. It is probably run time.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fast.
Theron, you may Vampiric Touch again if you would like.
Sweet. Need me to roll to attack?
Yes, do it with advantage.
Okay. Do. Ooh, that's not as good. 17?
17. That is going to be a hit.
Cool.
Okay. And because you were waiting around here, though...
I know. That's gonna be 15.
Okay. Sounds great. So, reaching down, you're going to leech 15 health off of this thing. However, it is going to get an attack against you, since you are near enough to it. It is disadvantage, but it's a tentacle, so it can kind of do it at once. Does a 17 hit you?
That just meets me.
Okay. I am sorry for this. Oh my god, I'm sorry for this. Okay, the first part of the attack does...
Oh gosh.
23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then you are going to take an additional 7 points of acid damage.
Oh, fuck.
As it lashes out and slams into you.
Oh, it's right where it was before it got hit, and then I got all the health back.
I'm sorry. It didn't crit. You were going... and that you are going to see dark shapes start to emerge from some of the buildings to the south. All of your friends have taken off running. The Inquisitors are noping out of here.
All right, time to go. And he'll run.
Okay, now, you are all about, I'd say about 2 blocks away from the city line at this point. What we are going to be doing now is what is called a skill challenge. I need everybody here to do me a favor and make me an athletics constitution check. So you're going to take your athletics bonus if you're proficient in it and use your constitution instead.
I'm actually happy at that one.
Okay, so one moment real quick, because... okay, so I'm just going to make a quick list. Muse, Sherry, Aoden, Theron, Ziel, Calvo, Dargov, and Aktari.
And then question for you, Kelly.
Yes.
So you said if we're proficient in it,
If you're proficient
to
in
use con.
Yes.
If you're not proficient in it,
You still use con, but you don't get the proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I'm just making sure you don't add your con on top of your strength and athletics score.
Okay.
You just use your constitution instead of strength.
Okay, that's way better for me.
Yeah, right, same.
Okay, and pardon me.
Slightly worse for me.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break normal D&D convention right now, because if I actually ran this by the number of feet, the turns would be ridiculous. Okay, because basically a half mile is 2,600 feet, or a million turns of combat. So what we're gonna do instead is we are going to assume that running a half, basically this is going to take, a fit person can run a 6-minute mile. An average person can run like an 8 or 9 minute mile. Ballpark. I don't know. So that sounds about right. Like an 8-minute mile.
That's about right.
Bad.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty average.
So a check per minute?
I would say a check per minute. So basically I'm going to say you got to get five checks to make it to the edge of where you need to go. So, oh wait, pardon me. So that's a minute mile. So thank you very much, DM Mike in the chat, for understanding math better than me. So basically, it is best of 3. We need to make 3 checks because it is only a half mile.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
I was like, a
Oh,
mile is this long, and then I was dumb, is what it is. Okay, so however, these creatures are going to be rolling behind you, and that is going to be increasing your difficulty as you are running. As you are doing so, there we go. You are hearing things crawl out of the shadows, snarling, and you know what? It's honestly not worth it to look back. And let's go down the list. Muse, what did you get on the first roll? I need to know everybody who got a 12 on the first roll. 12 or higher.
21.
Okay, raise your hand if you got a 12. All right.
19.
19, okay. So
Dirty
that-
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. The entire party takes off running. Everyone is hoofing it, pumping their leggies as much as they can. You know what? You're going to use that. Oh, God. Okay. Aktari is going to stumble behind a bit. Her leg was pinned by a horse yesterday, and running on it is difficult. She is moving as quickly as she can, but she took significant damage from the Hex Beast. Did you heal her, Thurin?
Yeah, she would
was
have
one of
gotten
them?
8 points. Yeah.
Okay, then you know what? I'm going to re-roll. Then she is barely going to make it. Okay, these creatures are going to give chase, and as they do, here we go. How much are they going to do? Oh god, they start gaining on you. I need you guys to make me another roll. This time the DC is 16.
Hey, Kelly, can I
Yeah.
cast a spell?
What would you like to cast?
Plant growth.
Okay.
If you cast a spell using one action, choose a point within range. All normal plants within a 100-foot radius centered on the point become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. I can exclude one or more areas of any size within that area. So I can leave a track for us to run through.
Except one thing.
There are no plants?
I said nothing will grow within a half mile.
Ah, you're right. Okay.
I said that at the beginning of the game, unfortunately.
Nope,
I
that's
thought
fine,
it was
then.
a great
That's
idea. Great idea. But you'll be looking around, and this entire area up here is blasted and barren. Is there anything else you have? Longstrider maybe, or something like that?
No, I do not.
Damn. Okay. Okay. So as you are running, I would like those of you who got a 16, raise your hand.
Oh, I
Okay.
was gonna say I got a 1, but I get to re-roll a 1.
You do get to reroll ones.
Get to re-roll 1s. 15.
15. Would you like to use your desperation?
Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Calvo is going to use his inspiration. Yay!
16, thank God.
Okay, NZL, what'd you get?
I got 13.
13. All right, and you do not have desperation.
No.
Okay.
But-
So you start to lag behind. Okay.
So can I use my telekinetic push? You know, the one thing closer, and see if I can try to trip him up since I'm falling behind.
You may. Does it take an action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action? Yeah. Okay. So yes. Does that require a roll of any kind?
Nope. Roll from you. It needs
Okay.
to beat a math. Hold on.
Okay.
Needs to be 15 strength check
Okay.
for one creature. Whatever happens to be
What
closest
basically
to me,
I will
can trip 'em
do is I will give them a disadvantage on their check to catch you this round.
up. Cool.
Okay.
I'll take
Behind you, you can see snarling creatures similar to that one that you had just seen, that unthinkable horror, as well as warped creatures with the faces of beasts dripping this strange protoplasmic grayish white goo out of their eye sockets and pores. These strigoi creatures again rise to the skies as you are running, and you are well beyond the edge of the town at this point. Beyond the edge of the town to the north, you see that there is a blasted landscape for the better part of half a mile that ends in a 100-foot chasm. On the other side of the chasm, you see this crooked fort tower rising to the sky like a bent iron nail. And the only thing between you and it is a 100-foot-long footbridge, barely large enough for a cart to pass on. All right, now let me see if they will catch you. That is disadvantage because of your telekinetic push. Your next check, I need a 14 off of everybody. 14 off of everybody will get you to the base of the bridge, except for ZL.
I got a 12.
Dargov is trailing behind as well.
I have a 12 as well.
12 as
I have
well. Would anybody-
19.
19. All right, ZL.
15 for me.
Actually, I'm gonna use my desperation.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so
I will
I'm
roll
going to go down the list.
that.
So, Amuse, you had a 15. That's what you needed. Sherry, what did you have?
12.
Okay, so that is a fail. Aiden, what'd you have?
18.
Sounds good. Thorena, what'd you get with your desperation?
I rolled a 4, so I went up to 16.
Okay, so then let me roll for my Inquisitors. Aktari, that is a fail. Calvo, that is a success. And Dargov, that is a success. So right now, as you are all running, Muse, Aedan, Thorena, and Calvo, are all going to make it to the base of that rickety footbridge. Now, this is a suspension bridge, basically. This is, think Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, for lack of a better term. It is a rickety bridge that swings back and forth. As you look down into this chasm, it looks like the ground itself split at some recent moment. For a quick example of what I'm talking about, remember Season 2 of The Witcher? That big chasm? That's what this is. Okay? Except there's no obelisk anywhere around here. At least not anymore. I guess there wasn't in The Witcher either. It goes down beyond your ability to perceive. And as you are standing at the bridge, the offer is up right now. Muse, do me a favor. Lightning strikes overhead, causing you to be momentarily blinded. All right, trailing behind you, you see that Aktari is struggling, as are Dargov, and ZL is trailing behind, as well as Sherry. It is... Are you all just running across the bridge, or are you going to try to help your friends?
Theron will stay and try and help. I was wondering about casting a stinking cloud behind them.
Sounds
it's
good.
A 90-foot radius.
All right, go ahead.
90-foot distance.
What's my save?
It is a con save, and it is 15.
15, okay. These creatures, as they're running through, you're going to hear the erupting howl of one of those Lugaroos be suddenly cut off by choking. And it starts moving through the clouds. Some of these creatures are unaffected. Some of the Strigoi are moving over it. But it is this horde of monsters chasing you from behind. Aiden, what are you doing?
Aiden's gonna first check to see, can this bridge hold my weight?
Yes.
Okay. In which case, Aiden is going to retreat down the bridge and then, as far as he can, then turn and put a fireball into the lead path.
Sounds good. Roll me damage for that.
All right.
Also, the cloud will stay for a minute, so in, like, theory, it stays at center point, but if things keep running through it, they'll
Okay. So, Aiden will be able to cross about half the bridge. It's 100 feet, but I'll just round up. Muse, what are you doing?
So I have disadvantage on attacks right now, right?
Yes.
Thanks for that. I am going to try and cast. Okay, so how far away are they? Is the horde from us right now?
I would say about 100 feet from the bridge. They're about 20 feet from your friends.
Oh.
They're gaining. Perfect. There suddenly is
okay.
Zhoof, a bolt of fire erupts over your head, like this mote of fire that goes and expands and then explodes from massive damage in the center of this group that does 43 damage. That is actually going to liquefy the Strigoi as it passes through them, so at least you don't have flying things to contend with. Also, however, there's a fireball that way, so good luck, buddy.
Oh god, no!
So it's very bright to look at.
Yeah, because she was gonna... she's gonna Misty Step 30 feet towards her friends.
Okay.
And that'll get the horde in range for me to cast darkness on the front of the horde.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good. So an inky cloud will... And with that means that I would like Muse, Sherry, and ZL to all make me another athletics check to run the hell out of here. Let me just get your DC for you.
Okay.
You know what? Your DC is 14. Because these guys rolled with disadvantage to catch up with you.
Oh, I got a 14.
16.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay. One moment, please, as the marbles are on the table. At this point, Calvo runs onto the bridge, points his blade at you, Aiden. Get him out of here. Go! And let's see how his people do. Aktari is the green one, and Darvo's the... You know what? Darvo should be the red one, or the green one. He's green.
Yeah, yeah.
Dargoff. I keep saying Darvo. I don't know why. Okay.
Oh no. They're both dead.
there is the sound behind you, and Dargov is going to manage to make it to the bridge right behind you all as you rush across. He goes, "Wait, where's?" And you'll hear a blood-curdling scream behind you as Octari is pulled into the black cloud, and a spray of blood is all that comes out.
Ooh.
All right, you are all on the bridge. Is anybody doing anything aside from trying to get across from it? These creatures are getting close to the edge of the bridge.
I think we just gotta get across.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Aiden's gonna turn and run.
Yeah, I burned both of my spell slots right then, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Rushing across the bridge. Calvo is just going to do a full dash. He's just running as fast as he freaking can. Is anybody doing anything?
If I can use my bonus action again, I'll give him one more shove.
One more shove? Okay. So let me just roll that. Okay, that will hit. So they are going to be pushed back a little bit, giving you a chance to get toward the edge of the bridge. Now this cloud of creatures is going to start clawing and scrabbling their way onto the bridge as you pass the halfway point. As you are making it to the end, Calvo and Aiden, you were furthest on the bridge, so you would be able to make it to the other side. As you do, Calvo is going to grab his sword, look at the supports of the bridge, and start hacking at them as quickly as he can. Do the other side when they get across. All right, I need everybody here to make me an acrobatics roll.
Oh,
no.
However, because hacking this is going to start to sway the bridge, so everyone still on the bridge will have to make an acrobatics roll. You do not have disadvantage. Oh God. It's going to pitch to the side slightly as one of the supports goes. Of the 6 supports, one of them snaps. Dargov slams against the rope side and starts to dangle.
I have a
19.
18.
You got a 6?
6.
Oh no.
Okay, ZL, you as well pitch to the side, and it's you and Dargov hanging onto the side for dear life, stuck at that quarter to the end of the bridge. Muse, Theron, and Sherry, you all succeeded the roll and are able to progress as normal, or what do you do?
I would like to try and grab one of them up.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm going to summon a whip and try and catch one.
With your strength?
What she's gonna try.
Okay, you know what? It's a worthy endeavor. Go ahead.
It's a packed weapon though, so I can actually use my charisma on the. No, that's damage.
This is not to
This is
pull them.
strength.
This is not to pull
Yup.
them.
All right.
You can always try though. I believe in you. So what I want you to do is I want both of you to give me a strength athletics check to try to pull them up with all your might.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry for dropping all of us down a hill.
I
It's
got
not
a
a hill,
15.
15 is enough. Who are you grabbing?
I am going to, if it looks like Muse is going, ZL probably looks a bit.
You acted first, so who are you grabbing?
Okay,
ZL or this guy?
Dargov.
You're gonna grab Dargov. Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right, so grabbing him, you are going to be able. Thanks, I appreciate it. Muse, what'd you get?
A 15.
Even with your minuses?
Yeah, I take -4 on it.
You are going to lash ZL around the waist with your whip, and throwing your entire weight into it, you are going to pull him back right. All right, with that, you're going to take off running. I need all of you to make me one more dexterity and acrobatics roll to make it off this bridge as another one of the struts goes. Whoa. Aiden, what are you doing on the other side of the bridge?
Aiden's gonna go over there and basically just put one hand under it, because I can probably just lift that thing out. But I'm also gonna prepare to fireball the middle of the bridge. I will cut it in half if I have to.
Sounds good. All right, Sherry, you made it across the bridge to the other side, so you are fine. This horde is scrabbling across the bridge. In fact, wait, I have something for this.
Oh.
Oof, I don't like that.
I do, because I don't have to do it with my real voice. Okay.
It's true.
All right, so, ZL, what did you get?
15.
15 is what you needed. Muse, what'd you get?
Got a 16.
That is what you needed. Theron, you are going to slip and fall down on the bridge. One moment, please. And as you do, you are going to feel a hand on the back of your neck kind of grab you.
Hey, you look better as a dragon.
And Dargov is actually going to grab you and pull you back to your feet. Now, one moment for him, because we're going to see if this is a bad move. Dex and acrobatics. That is a 7. He's going to grab you, pull you up, and kind of shove you forward.
Yeah.
Yes, Ziel.
Yeah, if he's willing, if I can grab him with telekinetic movement, if he's within 30 feet of me, I want to grab him if he's willing to come.
So what is going to happen is Theron is going to get thrown forward, and as that happens, the bridge is going to snap again. He's going to go, oh, fuck, and is going to tumble over the edge. He is very willing at that point. Oh, fuck!
Yeah, so he's like, no.
All right, so you're going to be able to pull him. At that, Theron, you and Muse are going to do a jump right across the bridge. Calvo's going to bring down his blade, and the second swipe is going to actually make it through, meaning that entire half of the bridge is going to sag on its end. Aiden, what do you do?
Everyone's over here, except for possibly Ziel, who's floating.
Ziel has managed to rush and jump across as well. Dargov is floating in the air.
I'm going to send the spirit over to kind of... the spirit's going to, like, teleport him back, and then I'm going to detonate the bridge right behind them.
Okay, sounds good. I just need you to do me a favor, and actually, I don't need to do a favor. The bridge needs to make a dex save. It got a 2. It had a -10 to its dex, so that's probably fair.
I mean, it's a bridge.
It's a bridge too far. All right, there is, and you will hear as the horde descends into the darkness below. You all gain a moment of rest on the other side. Behind you, this crooked tower looms over you. A brilliant green flame burning from its highest tower. Theron, what's up?
So from the discussion during the nighttime, under the impression they are going to take away our magic vials at this fort, right?
There's a good chance they will.
Yeah, Theron's gonna drink his long rest potion.
Okay, you are going to regenerate a long rest right now. It is not a drink, it is an inject.
Inject, yes, sorry.
Nothing here is as nice as that. One moment as you do that while I check what penalty this gives you.
Yes, because I used all of my 3rd level slots.
Grants a short or long rest. Okay.
To be fair, if it was a drink, it tastes awful anyway.
Okay, so it can be. I will give you a. Actually, I won't give you a choice. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 5.
5. Okay. You are going to find yourself very jittery from this. It is basically the equivalent of taking like caffeine or amphetamines. Mm-hmm. You are going to feel yourself completely restored. However, you are going to be mentally fragile for the rest of the day until you actually get a long rest. You have disadvantage on wisdom saves.
Oof, okay.
Just saves until the next time you get a full rest. It is.
Okay.
I can't guarantee this is how it works in real life. Is anybody else taking anything?
I got nothing.
It was just the special ones they were taking, right? They said that we could keep the.
They said they probably would take the special ones. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had enough of a special one, thank you. I don't want to try another one.
Sounds good. All right.
I don't need another special one.
And with that, you are
extra knee or anything.
You are going to have the rain coming down around you in buckets as you hear the sound of soldiers approaching from the other side of Fort Fearlight. Their boots clanking in the darkness. And I think we'll figure out what's going to happen after this short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat. We're going to keep this super short tonight because we got a lot to do to finish this up in two and a chunk. Which book was the thing in the temple from? That is a great question, Soul. That is from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. So that was a slightly modified version of the what the hell is it called? It's the Unspeakable Horror. Yeah, the Unspeakable Horror.
Unspeakable horror.
It is.
Can you give us another close-up, please, of that?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Unspeakable. I try to describe that.
It's
right?
awful.
How do you describe that?
It looks like a
It's
like some sort of
unspeakable.
cactus
It's an
monster.
unspeakable horror.
No.
No.
Yeah,
look-
just
No.
nope.
But
Nope.
so like,
Nope.
but the thing is about this, and this is why, like, I know that Soul in the chat would adore this thing because it's incredibly modular. Its body composition is a D4 chart, so it either has aberrant armor, loathsome limbs, malleable mass, or oozing organs. Then its hex blast that it hit you with has 4 different flavors: beguiling, bile, petrifying, or reality stealing.
Oh, I hate it.
I just gave it the basic
I
one,
hate it.
which is just the damage version, because I was like, I am not dealing with petrification. I am not dealing with reality stealing. Reality stealing is rough.
The thing was cool, also terrifying, and I also love that I did the really stupid thing.
It was
I
so
was like,
good.
Oh, I want one, just a little more. I just want a little more, and then
I'm sorry. I'm
Agreed.
sorry.
no, it's
You got
fine
your
because
hand
then my
caught in the
character.
cookie jar.
Well, then I used my long rest potion, which I wanted to use before I took it away, so it was good.
So these things, honestly, you know what? I wasn't sure I loved this book when I first got it, because I was like, oh, there's not many monster stats in here comparatively, but you know what? This is good. This is a really good book. In fact, I've been impressed with most of the stuff that Wizards has put out. Like, WotC has put out a lot of quality stuff overall. I'm actually pretty excited, though. I also got a new book in this week that's off camera, and it would take too much for me to get, but I got the Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns. Yeah, and then I also, like, all of the Kickstarters in the world charged me this month. I got charged for the Technocracy Kickstarter that I backed 2 years ago.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they double charged me. I've got to double check that, because that
I
seemed
would
kind of...
double check that.
I've got to, but it's hard to check something from like 2 years ago. But I was like, this is a little sudden. But yeah, so I'll get those copies out to the people who went in with me on that pretty soon. As soon as they arrive, at least. But yeah, it's been an exciting week overall. I'm really excited to see what we're doing here. I'm also very excited to say that we have hit 46 patrons over at patreon.com/dorktales, which is the source of funding that supports this channel. My mother raised her pledge up, actually, which was really nice. I was very surprised to see, because a couple people had to lower their pledge because life happens, right? Like, it's a thing. But then my mom, like, raised her pledge by, like, I'm like, thanks, Mom. This is weird, but it's nice. It's nice that my mom and my stepdad are in there. It's really great. So, folks, if you do have a couple bucks and can support the channel on patreon.com/dorktales, it is greatly appreciated. We have a special going right now where when we hit 50 patrons, I'm going to start doing an additional special thing every month. And it's going to be worth it. I guarantee. It's actually going to be more often than once a month, but you'll like it. I guarantee it. But it's when we hit 50 people. is basically what affords the channel and helps keep us afloat, especially because my other source of income, my part-time gig, is looking a little questionable these days because
Just a little sus.
it's looking a little sus. Thank you, Kat. Kat can confirm. So if
Kat
you
can
do,
confirm.
if you do have the time and money, running Dork Tales is a full-time gig. I spend about between 8 and 12 hours a day working on stuff for the channel. And if you're on Patreon, you will get access to a Patreon podcast. The February one's a little late. It will be coming. 2 of them will be coming in March. But we're also doing things like art announcements. You'll be getting fiction. You'll be getting additional rules that are going up, and you'll be getting like advanced rules, and you'll actually be able to weigh in. So if you don't like the rules I wrote for something, you can tell me that it's dumb, which is great, because how often do you get to tell me I'm dumb? Pretty often in Twitch chat. But yeah, it'd be fantastic if you could go do that. I want to thank in advance my my very special patrons, which of course my demonic patrons, Soul, Omen, and Bricarius. Soul, you are the one who gave me all the horrible ideas for the moon stuff in this one. My divine patron, DM Mike, who I see right there, great guy, actually fantastic guy, with a pretty cool YouTube channel. You should go check it out. You should also give some praise out to Trizelta, one of my princes of the Patreon, as well as Taryn and Buddy, who I saw Buddy around earlier too. So like, I really do appreciate all you guys. Like I gush. You're all phenomenal human beings, and I love you very much. And not just because you're like really nice people and you engage with what we do here, right? And I love everybody who does. Like, even if you're not a patron and you come and watch and you know, keep the community alive and you enjoy what we do, because I got a bunch of really good comments on stuff today. And it was actually really weird, because normally when I'm on Patreon, I'll post stuff and I'll get like maybe 1 or 2 replies to something. Today I woke up and had 8. Like, just out of the blue, like 8 people just like mass responding to things and like being really hyped about things. And it was so cool. It was so cool just to get that vibe in the air. And like, usually it's Nacro in the chat. I see you, Nacro. It's usually you responding to things being like, good job. Or so like, just like a little nice little comment that you have, or sometimes giving me shit, but you know, same thing. We're friends, so it's all good. But it was really cool having people respond to stuff, and I love it. I love sharing this stuff with you. But besides that, anything else before we hop back in the game? I see Robin with the hook.
Yep.
All right. So one last minute. Thank you all for supporting us. Definitely, if you got some time, go and watch some previous stuff. I do want to say real quick that if you are looking for something else to watch and have not watched it, I've had a couple people that I have instructed to go back and watch either Victorian Era Mage or Reign of Emrys, and having them go back and look at Reign of Emrys it's really ignited I like running homebrew stuff. Like, it's so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more of it soon. Also, Mage the Ascension Breaking Tradition ends this Saturday, so definitely come and watch the dramatic finale when the characters figure out what to do with all of the evil things. Have I watched League? Actually, I am watching it right now, and it is giving me a lot of ideas. It is very similar to a lot of things in Emrys, actually, to be honest.
You're supposed to be running the game right now, not watching a show.
It's true. It's true, I should. All right, folks, we're going to head back into the action right now. Finish up game tonight. And, oh.
It wasn't the hook I was typing something else.
It is pretty sick, actually. It is a pretty sick show. Yeah, Arcane is pretty good, actually. I watched most of the first episode over Christmas when I was really sick and thought I had COVID, and I just couldn't get into it. And then I went back and rewatched the last 10 minutes of episode 1 like last weekend, and it was just like, oh, there's the hook. Like, it was really great. But all right, so folks, that's gonna be it for our chat talk. And by the way, if you're new here, give me a follow. We're at 3,020 on Twitch, and I really want to hit 3,333 in the next month or so. I think that'd be fantastic, because it's an arms race. It's always an arms race. All right, so without further ado, let's hop back into whatever this game is called. I'm taking a drink. Hold on.
We can all do that. Just have a moment.
I've made this a
Hydrate.
branded drink.
Ooh!
Berry
Nice.
juice.
I am thrilled with all my stickers that I got.
Oh, good. I'm sorry there's a little bit of extra on the oops all plate. Oh, shit. I got to put that on my
that
list
was
of
fun,
to-dos
though.
this week. I got to finish writing that book. One sec.
It's like, it was like, hey.
Look, my to-do list is coming along. Oh, whoa. It's good.
No, it isn't.
It's coming along. It's
disappeared.
disappeared.
It's gone. No more to-do list.
Yeah,
It's gone.
no to-do list today.
Oops. Oops all. No, work pen.
Sounds like doctors.
Oops.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm
All-
I'm most excited by the custard damage. Yeah.
The custard damage. It's so,
Yes.
so dumb. It's so dumb.
Sherry is susceptible to custard damage.
I'm really thinking that what I need to do is I need to create like a series of clown like subclasses for use for Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh.
So
Yes.
like a barbarian is like called like the path of slapstick. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I've got some ideas. A bard is a mime. The College of Mimes.
Oh God. Oh
Anyway,
no.
it's
Just no.
it's good. It's good.
Okay.
All right, so, all right, Robin, thank you for the reminder there. That is a 10-4. Let's head back. Robin is my handler, basically, to make sure that I don't ADD out too hard.
It's true. It's also the don't do too much stuff, Kelly.
Yeah, I want to talk to you after game because I had a really dumb idea today
Oh,
for what I could do on Sundays.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
what do
will check that out on Netflix. Guardians
Okay.
of Justice. Okay. Someone remind me about that after.
Later.
Okay. All right. Without further ado, let's hop back into game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Dirge for Exalar here on Dork Tales. As you cross the bridge and it falls to darkness, a contingent of soldiers steps out from... That's a little too epic. Hold on one sec. Let me fix that. That's going to be this one. A contingent of soldiers steps out from the fort, similarly dressed to Calvo. They all wear broad-chinned masks, but theirs are far less ornate. Underneath their long cloaks, you can see that they wear chainmail. And they step out, weapons drawn, looking at the smoldering bridge behind. Calvo flashes an insignia of office, and they quickly back down. We require respite. A place to rest, a place to regroup. In 7 horses.
It should be done.
you
Yeah,
have a
and make sure
card?
mine's a big one. And one for my friend here.
Dargov juts a finger back at either Aedan or Theron. It's hard to say. Are there any more with you? The Inquisitors send a look back toward the other side of the bridge, where you can see there are a number of charred, destroyed bodies from where Aedan's fireball touched down. The spells dissolving into air as whatever dark creatures on the other side still prowl. No, there are none there anymore. Can I get a perception roll? Anybody who's looking back. I'd like you to roll with disadvantage, but
Natural 1.
natural one.
8.
Lightning
Eight
flashes
as
again.
well.
17.
Okay. And are you looking back, Sherry?
Yeah, she got a 9.
She got a 9. Aiden, you think you see a blackened shape the size of a woman stand up and slowly drag itself along with the other creatures back toward the town. But you can't be sure. Well, if you've got time, we could probably... never mind. Yeah, we've got a place for you to stay. Please follow me, sirs, sir and madam. Madams, y'all, just come with me.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Now you're taken into Fort Fearlight, and Fort Fearlight is a large border post set here on the edge of a dark forest. As you head inside, it is immediately uncomfortable. The rain pounds down around the edges of this old stony castle, which, well, castle is quite an exaggeration. This fortress, whose grayish blue stones reach up in a swirling pattern toward the sky like a bent iron needle. At the top, a green light blazes out of one window like a lighthouse, casting a greenish glow that swoops around like a searchlight on the perimeter. You swear as you look up at it. Muse, you especially, will hear whispering coming from the light.
What language is it?
It is in Abyssal.
What does it say?
Oh.
I speak Abyssal.
Step into the light, my child. Join us in the fear. You'll float down here.
It's a charming light you've got, I guess.
Yeah, it does what it does. It keeps the monsters out. It's like flypaper for the fuckers. The guard gestures back at you and... Alright, come on in. Let's get you all warmed up.
Do we not want to get in the light, then?
Is there evil inside of your soul that would be sucked from your very bones? Is your essence corrupt?
I don't think so.
Best to avoid it anyway.
Yeah.
The great hall's doors open before you with a... And you can hear the sound of men and women drinking in the common area. All in all, this place is not particularly well manned. You'd say there's probably about 25 people here, max. A couple dozen people living and working. About 10 on shift at a time, visibly. Rotating out, probably less actually, probably 8 at a time, and one commander. And as you step inside, what do? Just go and enjoy a quiet night?
I think Theron will actually, as they're stepping in, he's gonna turn to Dargov and like give him like a hug and be like, "Thank you for
Now you saved
saving
me.
me."
It's the least I could do.
You've been helping us this whole time. It is appreciated.
It's my job.
It is appreciated, thank you.
We will be staying in the same area. There is a bunk room. I have commandeered it. Enough beds for all of you to sleep for the night.
Perfect.
I will also do what I can to acquire medicine for you. However, I understand their supplies are somewhat thin.
Whatever.
About your medicines. You seem to have enough of them. I'm just curious how they differ.
They are specially designed for our bodies. We are a holy order. Each of us has been chosen to monitor this domain. It has its perks. You are welcome, Aedan, to enjoy one of my medicines if you wish, but it may not agree with you. He'll reach into his pocket and offer you a vial. And I'm going to say this is like a 22 on of you are mildly intimidated. Okay. Doesn't mean you'll say no.
Yeah, he'll reach out and take the vial.
I wish you luck.
Who do you follow?
Who do we follow?
Yes, you said you're a holy order. Which god
We follow
do you
the
follow?
Contessa. We follow the divine purpose of the cure. Our mission is pure. To root out evil. To root out those who would drag down Exalar. Who would squander the gift that we have been given. We are a holy order, built to strike penance from the heretics. Are you asking what god we serve?
Yes.
Once upon a time, our order served the same god as you. But he abandoned us in our hour of need.
Are you sure he wasn't just making you stronger? Much like immunity, you need to build up. You need to sometimes get the bug to then build up your immunity to sickness.
That remains to be seen. My life has been short. By comparison, I am only... I'm a humble man in my 60s. He does not appear 60. Dargov is almost twice my age.
Yeah, I'm pretty old. Well, it's fine. It's my troll blood. It don't
But
age
usually-
much.
Aktari was quite old, but even she has never seen the time before. When Ylos cursed this land. Luckily, we were saved by the magics of alchemy.
That is very informative. Speaking of Octavia, is there a certain ceremony you do for one of your fallen? I would like to pay my respects to her since she gave her life and assisted in this journey, and I would like to pay my respects for her sacrifice.
Yes.
Actually, I'm not entirely sure she's fully deceased.
I
I saw one rise on the other side. Could well have been her. Had a proper figure. Slipped away with the others.
Well, her body might have slipped away, but I don't think
Don't think
she
her
would be
mind.
the same. Yes.
You are welcome to say a prayer for her. I will spend my time composing a letter to the Contessa, speaking of her deeds. I'll drink to her.
I'll join you.
I'll join.
Alright, let's go get fucked up.
Sounds great.
There's a fireplace over here. It seems like a good place. My bones are fucking dry. I mean, wet. I want them to
Here.
be dry. I mean, you know what I mean. I need to wet my bones, actually, is what I mean.
Do you need help wetting your bones?
Are you somebody to pull? You got better when you got a dick.
You're still pretty handsome yourself.
Are you hitting on me?
Yes.
Forward.
I ain't never rutted with a dragon before. Maybe you can wet my bone yet.
I wouldn't mind testing out this new form.
Well, let's get lubricated first. Alright, I need ale.
And he's gonna stumble off to where the soldiers are drinking. Now, the ale that they are drinking next to this roaring fire pit is piss. It is absolute piss ale. I would say that it is super. Robin, you are the most knowledgeable brewmaster that I know, given that it's your profession. Can you describe the worst tasting beer that someone would still drink?
Oh, you mean Lucky's? What?
See, there's the worst that somebody will drink, and then there's what they'll drink when they have nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true.
Well, I guess the worst tasting beer.
So I want something that basically, like, this is the edge of palatability.
Edge of palatability. It would probably be, knowing at a place like this, they probably haven't they probably would have gotten, like, the shitty kegs of barrels that have, like, basically the dregs of the barrel that are still yeasty. So they're pretty, like, cloudy and taste yeasty, and dead yeast tastes really bad. And there's a certain point
But it's
where
nutritious, right?
But it's nutritious. It's dead. It's not very nutritious, but
I mean, it's still
so there's-
calories, right?
it's calories.
It'll get you messed up, right?
It will get you messed up.
Yeah, that's all they
For sure.
need.
It just tastes kind of meh, but it's palatable.
Skunky.
It's very
All right,
skunky.
so some skunky ale, which honestly is. Do Dragonborn like skunky ale or not? Now I'm trying to think of the way a lizard's tongue works. I almost said a wizard's tongue, which is different.
It works like a normal tongue. Thank you very much.
What'd that tongue do?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
You're just gonna drink her tea.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to cut the tension a little bit. Okay. Also, we just got followed by someone named Drow now, which is just my favorite name of the night. I'm just gonna put that out there real
Alrighty.
quick.
Drow now? That's amazing.
See the Drow.
Winner.
Do it now. Okay. So, as the two of you and Muse, anybody else joining for the beer, or are you all doing something else?
Tea. Thank you.
Tea?
Tea.
CL might try tea. Last time he had alcohol, no. Just no.
So, there is some tea here. One moment while I see the quality of the tea. The quality of the tea is a little stale, but it is...
Still
They
tea.
basically have like an herbal that they've kind of grown themselves in the gardens. And they also have kind of like a pretty cheap military issue black. With just like a little bit of bergamot in it. So I would say it's about on par with like a Squire Grey. Not even a lady, not
Yeah.
an Earl.
As long as, I mean, it could be builder's tea and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's basically it's builder's
English
claw.
people will know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like yeah. So
Okay,
the
good.
So yeah, there's that, and then what are the rest of you doing? So you'll have some cups of tea.
Aiden would probably go try to seek out that light, and also check on Flynn, make sure he's not suffocating.
What's going on? I'm getting real tired, friend. Do I have to stay in here? Can you put me on your belt or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
Aiden, I can hold Flint for a while over here if you want.
Yeah, sure. Flynn, why don't you
Yeah.
enjoy the fire, alright?
Yeah.
Please don't throw me in the fire.
We're not gonna throw you in the
Throw
fire.
you in the fire.
Okay. You pass the
And
head
we'll
of
give
your
him a little
friend
pat.
back.
We'll pat him on the head, and then... I'm gonna go hit the jigs. And,
Alright.
Aiden's actually gonna go try to see if he can find his way up to that flame.
Okay. As you head upstairs, you find yourself going up a winding. It's not hard to find where the center of this fort is. This winding circular staircase that is like almost a little difficult for you to navigate given how it is designed. It is not fit for someone above 6 feet tall to comfortably step up. But you'll be able to make your way. As you reach the top, there are 3 soldiers stationed up next to the door of it. Well, 2 of them and 1 inside. As you approach, they will look at you, their halberds out. Can I help you? You're that giant kin that's here with the Inquisitor.
That's right. I was
Well,
wondering if I might have a look at that flame of yours up there. He was saying how he managed to hold back the evils of outside this land. I'm curious about it.
Yeah, no
Might,
one's supposed to go in there. Make me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
You said that the Inquisitor told you, so you can roll with advantage, actually.
Oh, okay, that's good. Hey, that's better.
What'd you get?
13.
13? Would you like to use your desperation?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Might as well.
Time to use it. That gives me another 2. That gets me up to 50.
Perfect, that was the DC. Pardon me 1 second. I accidentally opened Premiere. 950. Okay, I will take that off. So, look at you. I do have to go take a piss. Don't touch anything. And, Jono's gonna stay here and watch. Just to make sure. Yeah, I can stay and watch.
Of course.
Jono is a boy more than anything. He's has a slightly egg-shaped head with a domino mask covering most of it. You can see there's some scarring and pockmarking along his scalp, and his hair is starting to thin out at the top, where there's just like a puff in the center. Kind of vaguely similar to like Darth Vader without his mask on. You know, that kind of look, like the...
Okay.
Actually, yeah, with that type of like pigmentation as well. He's gonna look at you through his mask, and you're noticing now that no matter what the people here are doing, almost all of them seem to be wearing some type of facial mask covering. It doesn't, and the larger the mask, the more that it kind of covers their station, right? The larger masks seem to indicate a higher rank. And boom, sorry, I had to find the right page. With that, he's going to open this barred cage door, revealing this 30-foot circle room. At the center of it is this prism made of green light that keeps spinning on the on this dial. But in the center of it, you will see there's nothing more unusual at the center of this spinning lens than a candle casting a green flame. The tallow is thick, brownish black, like it's been rendered from rotten fat. And inside of this room, it smells like it. It smells like melting, rendering fat. It's quite noxious to the nose as you enter. And in fact, I don't even know if Muse would be able to handle being in here with her new senses. It would just be way too much. In the center of it, you see this candle, flickering green. It's slightly above, like it's on a slight mantle, enough that if you crouch down a little, you do not have to get in the light of its beam as it spins. I'd avoid it if I were you. It's not really, it's not good for your health.
Oh.
No,
How exactly?
Well,
He'll crouch to avoid it for now.
It accelerates things that ail you.
Oh.
I mean, it can. It's not good. It's a bad thing that does good stuff because we make it. If that makes sense.
You make it.
Yeah, it's I honestly don't know much of the details, but it's well, whatever lives in the candle does all the work. We only got the one.
How long has this candle been burning?
Well, I'm only 20, but I think longer. If you like taking a look at this, you can give me a lore check. You can give me religion, or intelligence. Or pardon me, or arcana, I mean.
Those are both equally bad because
That's
have
fair.
neither.
Because you're getting, like, kind of...
Well, no, even then, right? Like, that's going to be 14, though.
14? You are going to know that this is probably... You've heard stories of demonic entities that have been able to be sealed inside of objects like this. You listening to this, like... and this eerie light, you think that this is likely some type of demonic entity bound into a candle that will burn until it is extinguished. And when it is extinguished, the entity will be free to do whatever it wants, but will probably have to. Usually it is. It has to go back to the whatever hell it came from, but usually not until the dawn the following day. So if this thing goes out when it's dark out, the demon is released, but it gets a few hours to play.
All right. Do I feel any different around this thing? I'm just curious to see if my own nature is reacting to it at all.
Wouldn't it be nice to have that flame added to your own? Think of all the power. Think of what you could do with that if you added that to your own. 2 lights burning inside of you. Is this what the wildfire was? Beneath you, you can hear the sound of soldiers drinking and having a good time. But directly in front of you, it's the crackle of this candle, which is not very large. It's about as thick as your wrist. Yeah, so, was your mom or dad a giant?
Sorry, what was that?
Well, you're giant kin, right? So that means your mummy or your daddy was a giant. It's just kind of funny, because if it was your mummy who was a giant, then your daddy probably didn't enjoy himself too much. Although, to be fair, if your mummy probably didn't enjoy herself too much if it was the other way around.
We're called giant kin.
Yeah.
We're furbolgs. Furbolgs breed true. We are kin to giants, like a cousin.
Like dwarves?
Yes, I suppose. You don't happen to have any tobacco, do you?
Yeah, I
Tap his
do.
pipe.
We have a little bit down in storage. We've got an old shipment of halfling pipeweed from Berle.
Oh, fine stuff.
It's actually not bad. It's actually the only thing that was really good around here. If you want, we can go get some.
Aiden's gonna take a look back at that flame.
All right, what's your wisdom save, my friend?
Oh my god, my wisdom save is +7.
Okay, well, give it to me. Let's see if this works.
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You can
No,
make a choice.
15 plus the 7.
You can make a choice. You can make whatever choice you want. You are not swayed by this thing. You are
Insight?
also. Yeah, go ahead. Make me an insight check.
15.
15 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still think you're being played. You're noticing that the thought inside of your head that's like,
Think of how much power I could add to myself with that.
it's not actually your voice. And as you start to listen to it,
It starts to melt into a different voice. Think of how much power you could add. How much I could do. Come on, Wildfire. Free me. Free me. Let me out. Let me out.
just meanwhile, the candle flame is going flick, flick, flick.
Is that coming in a particular language, or is it just kind of like...
It is coming in. It is telepathic, so it is not
Yeah.
coming in any particular language. But it is whatever language you would be the most comfortable with, I suppose, is what it would present as. So in your native thinking language.
Probably Druidic. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's speaking in Druidic then.
And Aiden will smirk at it, then turn his back on it and be like, "Halfling tobacco sounds quite nice. Let's go fetch some, boy."
That sounds nice. We've also got some, and you'll start like rattling off a couple of other tobacco blends that they managed to smuggle up before the miasma wall went up. Back downstairs, the people are drinking and enjoying themselves next to the edge of the fire. And what are Muse and ZL doing?
Muse is just kind of holding Flynn. She's just trying to explain the situation to him, basically.
Okay.
And Zio will probably be there as emotional support, because I'm sure Flynn's probably freaking out.
Like she's just kind of holding his head like right in front of her, kind of like
You're not like
his
a
face.
baby, like.
No, she's just cupping his face right in front of hers.
Oh,
Hi.
but I don't want to be just a head. I've got a lot of stuff I need to do.
I know, but for now,
Also, everybody's looking at me.
well, it's because you're a head, Flynn.
What are you looking at? I ain't got nobody. Damn right about that. Right, that's what I said. He ain't got... He's not half bad.
No, he's actually really fantastic.
Thank you. This is gonna
You
be
feel alright? Besides no body, like you feel anything
I feel
weird?
strange. I can still speak. I can still breathe.
Do you feel hungry or anything?
No, I feel tired.
That's probably to be expected. We need to think of a better way to carry you than in Aiden's bag. It's probably not very comfortable.
Can't have him out in the open either.
Yeah.
Theron, can you what?
I was wondering about actually doing like a medicine check on Flynn because we haven't actually had a chance to since.
Yeah, you may. You can investigate
Found
him while
him.
they're taking care of him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 26.
26. Yeah, the brass and copper devices that are bolted to the bottom of his neck have a number of arcane glyphs on them. that look like they are both like preventing him from dying, like with like a death ward spell, but also are just like funneling all sorts of liquid into basically like a small reservoir of liquid that's pumped into his arteries to animate the head. And a small, barely noticeable little bilge system going. It's mostly magic, though. He's healthy, but incredibly fragile. And weighs about 6 pounds. So maybe Muse does have him on a knee or something.
Yeah, probably. And if he's 6 pounds,
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I
she'll-
think a human head is 8 pounds, so a halfling head is probably like 5 or 6.
yeah. So yeah, she probably does have him propped up on her knee. Then
Just don't drop me in the fire.
I'm not gonna drop you in the fire.
But you don't want to be hot-headed, do you?
What? What'd you say?
No, that's okay. It does not matter.
Look, we're gonna get you to the Contessa.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
Oh, that's well,
I'm
Thorena.
Theron. I was Thorena.
Oh,
He woke up like this today, and he's Theron today.
you know what?
traitor
It's still not the
dra-
weirdest thing that's happened to me this week.
Yeah.
Not even by a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. So, well, anyways, we'll take care of you. We'll
glad.
take
I should
care of
probably
you.
try and sleep. I don't know how that works, though.
It's pretty easy. I just nod off, and I think I'm going to pretty soon. It's a lot of energy to stay awake.
Yeah, let's go to sleep. It's been a long day.
Hey, Theron, you gonna pour me another beer?
Of course. I was just getting up to get an ale.
Damn straight you are. We're not gonna do any sleeping tonight. We got some drinking.
Oh yeah.
I, on the other hand, think I'm gonna retire to the room.
Well, before you do,
And he'll grab the ale as you come back with it from the keg, and
it's all whatever you got. Lift it up. We barely knew ye. Aktari,
Sorry.
Yes.
thank you for your service. Contessa Islane Stradi was lucky to have you.
Mm-hmm.
May
Absolutely.
you forever serve her in her honor.
can I get Traz, do me a favor. Make me a charisma save.
Oh no. Concerning.
There is much concern in
Oh.
this game.
Yeah, 6.
6? Cool. All right. One moment, please. Do me a favor. You are going to kind of fade out for a minute. You're going to be the only one who does not drink. Roll me a d6. It's going to be a 6. I already can tell.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Roll me percentiles.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
That will be 96.
Okay. Why do you keep rolling that one? I hate that one. Hold on.
Yeah. You want me to roll again?
Yeah.
Right. How about 56?
56 is probably way better. You keep rolling the one that's like, I enjoy killing people. I'm like, no, I wouldn't have that on the list if I wrote it.
No, especially not in this type of campaign. That just sounds
Right.
no.
No, that just sounds terrible.
Okay. I am going to just send you a message, my friend.
Oh boy.
So, pardon me one moment.
Secret messages.
Could you re-say the name of the Contessa? Because I don't think
Yeah.
you've said her name before.
I have not. Yislana Istrati. So, and for those of you who like to see things spelled, Yislana is Y-S-L-A-N-A. Istrati is I-S-T-R-A-T-I. And she's probably got some like apostrophes in there too somewhere.
I guess is right spelling for Yislana. That was great.
There you go. So you are going to have, there's something about that name that twinges something inside of yourself, and you are going to feel a little twinge inside of you as that rises to the surface. Burying a little bit of the opposite personality trait that you had.
Wow, okay.
No.
So enjoy.
Thanks.
Hey, you gonna drink, fucker, or what? Come on, this is a toast.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Didn't get the toast for me, though. I did my fair share of help, too.
Yeah, but you didn't die. But did you die?
Well, saved your ass.
Yeah, that's probably right. Actually, he saved my ass. Actually, yeah, you did. You mean you... How did you do the floaty thing, anyway?
In this, he's gonna pick
Oh,
something
shit!
up.
I don't consent! I don't consent!
He got a 2 on his resistance, so
I don't consent!
he's floating upside down.
Just a slight shove. I'm just like, "Whoop."
This is not how I wanted to get high. Ugh. Yeah, how did you do that?
Being honest, I don't know. I've had these abilities for as long as I can remember. Maybe perhaps I'm just gifted with them.
Honestly, that doesn't really do much. He got his memory like 4 days ago.
Alright. Well, but you got a point there. Hey, to Ziel Ivano. Thanks for having magic brain powers and saving me.
Anytime.
And I'll thank you for saving me later.
Good.
Yeah.
Throughout the night, as Theron has had more and more alcohol, more and more buttons on his like vestments have started
God.
to undo.
It's like this silver, like scaly,
Oh,
like
yeah, it's
slightly
a nice-
brighter chest. It's
Yeah,
nice, right?
Nice scaly chest.
So,
Very nice.
all right. So what's Sherry doing during all of this cantankerous going on? Or are you just going to bed?
People watching. Sherry likes to just watch what everybody's doing, try and listen to what everybody's saying. She's kind of half making sure that CL's not saying anything that's going to get him into trouble, because that was a weird kind of statement.
Make me
This
an
is,
insight
like,
check.
Not weird. Yeah. This is kind of like, kind of sus. Nah, she got nothing. She got 4.
4? Okay.
Nah.
So just listening around, it seems like these seem like pretty regular soldiers. They are drinking a lot on their night off. It's going to help them sleep through the night
Seems
until they have an
normal.
early morning shift.
Yeah.
And besides that, it's just a little noisy. And honestly, the vibe in here is... Kel, have you ever spent time in real life in a military barracks or near a military mess?
Not in barracks, but I have hung out with soldiers, yes.
Like, you know how fast they eat, how fast they drink. It's it's efficient jubilation. It's the weirdest thing to see, and that's what I was raised in.
It's
like,
similar to prison inmates.
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar.
It's in some ways not at all. So yeah, you're going to just notice that they're drinking very efficiently to get as shit-faced as they can, to the point that some of them are even pinching their noses to pour this sludge down.
Yeah. No, they just want to get hammered and sleep.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the night is pretty relaxed. Aiden eventually joins you again, smoking some pipe weed with some people from the group, some of the younger guys. It honestly doesn't smell half bad, and if any of you wanted to share the pipe around or roll any tobacco, cigarettes, or anything like that, like, easily enough to do. There's plenty of paper. Besides that, it's a pretty relaxing night. For some of you, it is even more relaxing, and one thing that you may notice, I would like Theron to do me a favor and make me a perception roll.
$18.
18. All right. So in the dark doings that you have later that night, you are going to see that you're going to get a better look at Dargov's body than most people have. And you are going to see that in spite of being like baby smooth, and from his earlier comment, he is troll-blooded. He is not an orc, he is part troll. And that has given him a significant amount of regeneration and youthfulness to his flesh. However, you are going to see that a significant number of the veins running through his body do not appear to have even green blood, but black veins that are running through, particularly ones that look like they're being kept at bay by injections. As well as he still is not interested in taking the mask off, which only covers about this much of his face. But you can see, as you are close enough, that there is significant scarring around the edge of it.
Of the mask?
Yeah, it looks like the mask is covering most of it. The plumage that kind of erupts around it is covering a lot of it. But with that perception roll, you're thinking that this mask might be attached.
Yeah, I was gonna say fused.
Yeah, seared.
Yikes. Could I detect poison
Yeah, of course.
on him?
So if you cast detect poison,
Poison and disease as well.
Yes, there is a let me just see what this actually does verbatim, because I want to give you everything you need from this. You identify the poisonous creature, or disease in use. Okay, sounds good. What you will recognize is that he has a significant amount of... it's not really a poison, it's a substance. I'll allow this, given that it is now a chemical substance that, if taken too much of, could kill you.
Okay.
But you are going to recognize that he does have whatever the elixir is. A very potent version of that running through him. That would probably not be suited for anybody without his stature. Consider this like Venom to Bane, right?
Okay.
If you shoot up with that, you're gonna have a bad time unless you kind of work up to it.
Yeah.
But besides that, he looks like he has... It's not a disease with a name so much as this type of cellular mutation. Like a cancer. It's a... Well, I mean, cancer is probably the most apt way to put it. It's this tumorous, fibrous growth at the back of the pineal gland. It's a brain cancer. spreading down his nervous system. Almost like this tumorous growth is like reaching around his spine. Is it pineal gland? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I forget.
I'm gonna Google that. Also, hello Art Hard. Thank you for the raid. Pineal gland. Yeah, that's toward the base. Good. Cool. I guess it'd be in the hypothalamus as well, but like, I mean, it kind of, well, yeah, pineal gland's right there, and it would be reaching down through the hypothalamus. So yeah, this large kind of ropey, like almost like a rooty mass. So I don't know if that's in the purview of detect poison and disease, but this is a horror game, so I'm going to say it is.
Yeah. Would I know of something like from history of like working in the medicine?
I want you to make a medicine check.
Okay. Ooh, that is not great. That's only gonna be a 13.
No, not really. You think it's probably cancer.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Something like lesser restoration wouldn't help, would it?
No, you need greater.
Okay, cool.
It's not lupus, according to the chat.
It's never lupus.
Right?
Hey. Now let's find out if you've got a tail or not.
And the rest of your night passes in a sweaty, scaly mass of bodies. Congrats. Is anybody else doing anything throughout the night? Okay.
No, not really.
You all sleep, and I think it's at this point that you'll actually be able to sleep. Aiden, I need you to make me a wisdom. Pardon me, make me a con save. It's the same for you because your con's out through the freaking roof now.
Yep.
So make me a roll to sleep through the night. Everybody else can take a long rest.
Hey.
That would be 16.
16? Okay, you are able to take a long rest. Everybody can regenerate their health.
Yes. And I no longer have disadvantage on my wisdom saves, right?
It's true.
Yay.
Yay, 49 hit points.
49 hit points. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, however, it is a new day, my friends, which means let's play Malady. All right, everybody make me a con save except for Trizelta. Trizelta, make me a charisma save.
That didn't take anything. I get disadvantage, right?
That is true. If you did not take your medicine yesterday, you have disadvantage.
What about my half vial?
You are going to roll a disadvantage because you didn't take a full dose. It's like an antibiotic.
Yep, okay, cool.
Okay,
What do I take off for disadvantage?
you roll 2 dice and you give me the worst one.
Oh,
Oh no!
I remember this.
What'd you roll?
What was it?
I got a 5 total.
Okay, what'd you say?
8.
What'd you say, Traz?
You said mine's charisma, right?
Yours is charisma.
Yeah, 13.
13? Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Okay, I would like each one of you to roll, who failed, the DC was 16, to roll me a D6, please.
I already have an extra eye. I hope I get good eyelashes for it.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the list real quick. Traz, we're going to start with you. Cool. You now have disadvantage to avoid being charmed.
Wow.
Then let's see. I'll do Thuran because he's got his hand up. Cool. Tell me the next time you take damage.
Oh no.
Okay, Aiden. Going down your list. Oh god, bud. Oh wait, you can't do the same one twice. So reroll.
Oh, okay. 3.
Okay. The next time, whenever you take damage, you are going to have to make a wisdom check to not enter a rage.
Oh, okay.
The fever is getting into your blood.
Okay.
Now it's a wisdom save, so you probably will be okay for the most part. If you really hate that one, I'll let you reroll.
Nope, that's okay.
You sure?
Well, this is a better one you think of, it's just because that would pretty much disable me.
Okay, then why don't we swap that out then? So we'll cross that one out. So instead, do me a favor, and you are going to gain vulnerability to acid.
Okay.
That'll also include too much water, just in general. So that one's emerging again from the very beginning of the game. And what did you get, Muse?
3.
Perfect. Okay, you need to make a wisdom save whenever you sleep. You are now having horrible night terrors whenever you try to rest.
That story checks.
All right, and what did you get, Sherry?
2.
2. All right, so Sherry,
Yeah.
this is going to be a weird one, but as you wake up, you are going to feel your magical energies kind of absorbing deep
Okay.
into that creature in your gut.
Ooh, I don't like that.
So much so that... Do you have any magic items? I don't think you do.
No.
Cool. This is a metagame concept, so I'm just going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Until you suppress this, you have a single attunement slot instead of 3, meaning that you may only use a single magic item.
Okay.
You do not have magic items,
No, but
but it
Good to
means
know.
that your ability to attune to them is limited extremely.
okay.
Which might help you in the future. That was the least damaging one you could have rolled. So good
Wow.
job.
Okay.
Muse
Yeah.
is going to take a shot.
Okay, so that will suppress everything for the next like 12 hours.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And let's see. So you had your lose a hit dice. Nightmare's cool. Aeden's at level 3. Thorana, I've got you a level 2. Is that correct? Or did you have another? Oh, you had the numbness in hands. That's right.
The sorry?
You had the dex penalty.
Yes, yeah. So I'm at level 3 now.
Okay, ZL, I've got you at level 2 now, or are you at 3? Because you've got two of those specials.
Yeah, like I think it's a 3.
Okay, so that's the only one that can double, and then I've got Sherry at 1 total, or is that? Oh no, because you also had the disadvantage on.
Yeah.
So your cough's going to return
Yeah.
since you failed.
Okay.
Okay, so you're at 2 out of 4.
2.
Okay, so hey, good job, folks. Good job.
Look at
So
that.
I'm at
That-
3 out of 4, right? That's concerning.
Ooh.
Yes,
it
it
might-
is.
We'll see what happens. So Aeden, you do have that vial that you were given.
Yeah, and I don't think I have any vials of my own.
I don't think you do.
All right, if he's starting to suffer like this, yeah, he'll take.
Sounds
the shot.
good. Can you roll me D percentiles?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. And I need more. than
3.
Perfect. That's really great. Okay. Oh god, that's awful. I love it. Okay, so this is going to suppress for 24 hours.
Okay.
You are going to gain a new ability. When an ally falls in battle, you gain advantage on all attacks and saving throws for the next minute.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, their pain fuels your fire.
Ooh.
However, this is not without penalty. Because
Nothing
it's,
ever is. Okay.
let's see. And one moment while I just look up the bad side of this. Oh, where the hell is it?
I think also Theron will ask, oh, fuck, I keep forgetting his fucking name. I've written it down. Dargov.
Darkov?
For a thing. I know it probably is really intense, but I think Theron is desperate as well.
Okay. Make me a persuasion roll. With advantage because you
Yeah.
did the do. Okay.
Well, do you want me to make a performance roll to see how?
No, I think we're adults. I think we can assume. You can if you want to, but
No, it's okay.
So with that, do me a favor, roll me percentiles, James.
55.
Cool. All right. So, you are going to get one of the following. I'll let you pick. You can either take a new flaw or you can take a fetishism.
Ooh. I will take a fetishism because I'm
Cool.
not sure exactly. Yeah.
So pick an item on your possession. You have obsessive compulsive need to have it in your possession. If you do not, you have disadvantage on any rolls that you make.
Okay.
Probably your pipe.
Yeah, I think that sounds totally appropriate. And the fuel from pain was advantage on what again?
So it is advantage
Or
on. Let me just
sorry.
double check. It is advantage on attacks and saving throws. And I have it down for the next minute. That might be a little big, though. Actually, it might be a little big considering how often Sherry goes down.
Well,
On the,
is
other
it if
hand,
they?
on the other hand, the attacks part of it's not going to help me too much because I'm always going to be doing spells.
Yeah, you know, we'll say that we'll say that it might go away if they get back up.
Okay.
So while they're down, it's good.
She gets knocked down, but she gets up again.
Never gonna keep you down.
I got a 15 on persuasion, by the way.
Yes, he will provide you with one.
Cool.
It's
Baron
real
will take
potent,
it.
though. You should be careful.
I'm kind of desperate.
Yeah. I understand.
Roll me percentiles.
Cool. 66.
Okay. Of course, you rolled the one that I didn't have something for. So let's say that's 33.
Sure.
Okay, sounds fantastic. You are going to get a splitting headache, the worst headache you have ever had in your life. So I need you to do something for me right off the bat. As you were waking up that day, I need you to make me a waking life roll.
Oh, okay.
You are going to faint dead away.
3. Okay. Theron.
Is going to
Well-
collapse onto the ground and. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you go from being. What subrace had you encountered? I guess Dusk Elf.
Yeah, Dusk Elf.
Okay, so you are going to end up looking like, yeah, I'll let you describe that when it happens. In the meanwhile, though, you are going to get this splitting headache. You are going to have disadvantage on, hold on one sec. If you're doing that, you're getting that. So what's going to happen is, okay, one moment, please. I just got to check something. There we go. There are way too many charts for this, given what we're doing. Okay, you are going to awaken from this bout of unconsciousness with... you are going to have proficiency in a new skill.
Ooh, okay.
You may choose between any skill that uses intelligence.
Okay. So I can make something not a -2. Cool.
This is true.
I think I'll do Arcana.
You'll do Arcana?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. And you are going to permanently have disadvantage, however, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Permanently have disadvantage on on medicine.
Okay.
Because you suddenly, your mind is flooded with all of these arcane ideas. You're having trouble believing that things are natural and biological. Medicine becomes more difficult as the arcana reaches out to you.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep. So there
That's
you
rough.
go.
That's rough. That's
That-
rough.
It is. It is rough.
Oh well.
And ZL, for the private message you sent me, if you can balance it, that's good. I would say have the new thing should be more powerful than the old thing.
All right, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Did anybody else have anything else they need to do?
No, I think afterwards, I think Muse will probably wander into the common area with Flynn.
Hey! Can I get help over here? He's fallen down.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
Muse will come over.
And as you do, beneath Theron's cloak, what's going on?
So you'll find a Theron. He still looks male, but he has now long pointed ears and silvery hair, but almost again a little bit of iridescent kind of bluey tones to it, bright violet eyes, and this kind of gray violet colored skin now, as he is now a dusk elf.
Similar to a drow in many ways.
Yes.
Looks like we get a new flavor today.
Ugh.
Ain't you pretty?
How are you?
Theron,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
Oh, like I've got a really bad headache. Oh.
Love the ears.
Oh, thank you. There. Oh, I guess.
Looks like an elf today.
Yeah. I guess in memory of Octavia.
Octari.
Octari, sorry. I still got that headache.
If you're all ready, you hear Calvo say from the door. The horses are ready.
I know I am.
Let's be off.
And with that, you head out. You take to the road, and, well, there's a stop along the way. A small, well-fortified inn that you manage to rest at, called the Sour Apple. It's not comfortable. Not really. It leaves much to be desired, but it is safe. In a tightly walled community with a wrought iron fence that juts up like tiny spears into the sky nearly 30 feet tall. The small community welcomes you, right as you are near the edge of the Gannay forest. The town of Gannay it is located in. And after resting again and watering there, you are able to proceed. Luckily, as you rest that night, Calvo is able to go and use his connections to procure you each a single dose to get you to the capital. So your next night, you will wake up and all of this will be suppressed. You'll be back to normal again for a little while. You continue working your way through the Gannay forest. The trees are cut back 100 feet on either side of the merchant trail, and the road is well enough kept. It's still dirt, a bit of stonework occasionally. But the roads are rocky, to say the least. But at least you can make progress with the horses. Thankfully, it's not a cart. After a while, though, another large, better maintained road comes into view, branching at a fork that leads back toward the way you should have come. Rain is falling gently, just a bit of spit on top of you. And as you continue forward, Dargov pauses his horse and looks back.
There's no sign. There was, we made good time. The other troops should have been here by now. They were supposed to wait at the crossroads.
Do you think they got held up?
I don't know. There were 50 men in the rest of the Inquisition there. Well, the rest of my squad. They should have been able to... Inquisitor, we should go back and check.
We have our orders. We will continue to espy.
But... They shouldn't be that far behind. We could just go check.
We will not check. They are where they must be. And anybody who wants to can make me an insight roll.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask
Yeah.
about that. I was.
That's a pretty
just
sussy
gonna-
comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
15.
15.
Nine.
That's 9. You're not sure.
I got a 24.
Yes.
Perception.
Aiden,
18.
what'd you get? 18? No, insight. Insight.
Oh, insight.
With a +7, I have a mere 9.
21.
21. Okay. So as you are taking a look at all of that, two of you are just gonna you just want to get out of the cold. Like, you definitely, Aiden, don't want to be in the cold right now. You've got a whatever type of hood or blanket over you to or a tarp to keep out the water. Your horse is just like, you're very heavy. I'm a very large horse and you're still heavy. Also, I sound kind of like Mickey Mouse for some reason. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Theron, Sherry, and was it Muse who got the good score? 15?
Yeah.
Okay. You all are going to roll well enough to understand. Dargov is going to kind of look furrow his brow.
What do you mean?
But the rest of you know. And it's going to be confirmed a second later when Calvo looks back at his subordinate and says,
You don't think the little god did not come looking for us?
and it's in that moment that you know that Calvo used the fallen tree as an excuse to go around, leaving a large force behind to draw attention. You're very certain those men are probably dead.
I don't understand.
The men will meet us in Esper.
What he said. Dargo.
The forest is probably difficult to manage. They're a strong force. They will make it. But we do not
There's-
have time.
Probably lots of trees that were fallen.
Muse's ear just twitches, and she kind of turns around. Well, let's go.
Come. The Contessa is waiting. And that's where we're going to call game for the night, I think.
Woo!
All right, so next episode, you're finally getting to Espar after 7 episodes.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
And I hope you had some fun with that one. That was freaking rough. So
It was.
I had an alternate plot that I can tell you about now that it's over, and that was originally if we'd had more time, the fort was going to be empty, and the only thing that was going to be there was the candle.
Oh.
And you do not want to mess with that thing. I was going to use the stats for the Candlelight Demon from Grim Hollow. It's CR 11 and it is gross.
Oh.
So that's it does fun things.
That's death, isn't that?
It's death. I mean, Calvo's bringing some heat.
Yeah.
So he can if he stays in front, he can take a lot of the hits for you. But like, yeah, those troops are probably fine. They're great. They're fine.
They're fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
They're
fine.
just so sleepy.
Do you mind
It's fine.
sharing? I don't
How
know
are
if
you?
the campaign, because we're still in it, but I'm curious what level Calvo is compared to us.
Yeah.
He is CR 9.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, he is CR 9. Let's see. So CR 9. Dargov was CR 6, and Aktari was actually only CR 3.
Which explains why she's no longer with us.
Yeah, I'm using the Inquisitors out of Grim Hollow to represent them because they're just nice, easy stats, and they have all of their stuff already there. And I was like, oh, I don't have to tweak anything. This is like really well written.
Nice.
There are also some really gross things in here I'd considered early on before I knew where the campaign was headed, which are champions of blight. They're plague paladins. I was like, ooh, that could have been fun, but the Inquisitors are kind of cooler. Also, I've always loved Inquisitors as like a concept for a class, so there was really cool when Pathfinder had them. I think it probably still does. But anyway, so that's going to be it for this episode, folks. You come by. We got 2 more games of this, probably, and we're going to see where this goes. So I hope you've been enjoying this. If you like what we do here, give us a follow. Give us a sub if you're on YouTube. Both are free. And definitely, if you have the chance, go to patreon.com/dorktales, because if you watch us as much as you watch Netflix, throw us a couple bucks, because it's a couple bucks. You can probably afford it, you know. And if you don't like a renewable thing like that, I'll be setting up a coffee link. You can also go down in Twitch to the link below and donate directly to PayPal if you want to throw a couple bucks at the stream to you know, toss a coin to your streamer, because it's a full-time job. Anyway, love you all very much. We will see you tomorrow night for the Shards of Nirn here on Dork Tales, when we're still in Mirage in Fantasy Vegas.
Oh yeah, with all of Ace's new
Nice.
bling.
Bling bling. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.